All right, chat. Hello there. Hello, Corgo. Hello, Rain. How goes it? It is I, the K-Tag, perhaps 2 days late, because I may or may not have supposed to have been streaming on Monday and Tuesday. But guess what? Here we are. All right, you know what they say, better late than never. Right, guys? But anyways, chat, I've decided that today I need to finish Esoteric Ebb, and I'm hoping I can finish it all in one session. Although, I don't know, we'll see. It seems like we're entering the end game, I hope. But anyways, last we left off on the recap, I was doing some stuff. The Sphinx gave me a riddle. I forgot what the riddle is, so I'm gonna have to go ask her and be like, hello, what is the riddle? And then we found the snail, completely unrelated to the riddle, I think. And then I have to talk to the snail. I talked to them a little bit, and then they gave me the scroll that I needed so that Viskin can open the door. But now I need to talk to the snail some more because there was a lot of things I could ask them, and I just didn't ask them last time. So chat, you know what that means? It means I gotta drink some water, and then we're gonna enter maximum yapping time. All right, here we go. Cleric, is that what you call yourself? Yes. Do you? No, I'm a wizard. Do you want to discuss something in particular? So this snail was like trapped in eternity, and like all of their like species then devolved. So that's a little bit much to unpack for them. And I think they said they were going to attempt to resurrect their wife, and that's going to be their new crazy goal. Hey snail, what will you do now? I will build a base, a laboratory somewhere in the somewhere in the city of yours built upon our ruins. Ow, that's not very nice, Rain. Oh yeah, actually, I should also explain. You see, I didn't stream on Monday or Tuesday because I was too busy playing Deadlock. Well, also, like, there's other reasons too, but that was like the most comical reason I could give. So that is the reason. Any tips on who I should talk to? You should talk to Viskin. He's like really shady, but he's kind of cool. There's a ton, really. Who else can I tell him? Oh wait. Oh damn, I wanted to tell him other people. Fuck. You don't get it, Rain. You don't get it. I needed to win. Oh yes, I see. This will help a lot. Thank you, cleric. Out. I think you mean wizard. Once I've established a foothold in this new era, I will return to my research, figure out how the strings have changed over the millennia, relearn my mastery of chords, collect the resources needed. Then, of course, he looks upwards, I will bind her fragments to this material world. I will return her to flesh, bring life into her once again. Okay, buddy, you can do that. My dear sweet Tut Irma will be given her life once more. Then, if she will have me, I will build a life for us here. A life of peace, true, fair peace. I don't know. Good luck, buddy. He nods. Why no throw work for you? Wait, did it not? It'd be really funny if Corgo is shadow banned. Damn. Shadow ban Corgo from being able to throw anything. Alright, you keep mentioning Jor. What do you know about the guy? About Jor? Oh, just about everything and nothing. An enigma of a wizard, Jor is. First, I'd like to ask you, what do you know about Jor? Old wizard, made the coast, brought beast of Jor. Yeah, that's pretty much, that sounds like that's like the gist of it. The snail man listens to your thoughts intensely. Then he asks, beast of Jor? Is that what you call us? We also have Antisepalian. That's a better word for it. Also, the only followers of Jor who survive to this day are usually quite feared, as you can imagine. Here, we can give the other alternate term. I see. The recent Arcanist troubled humans caused must have not helped the issue of Jor. That is true. The term Antisepalian appears good. It is draconic, yes? Before the closing? Very good. His eyes close up slightly. Oh god, that's a lot. In the old world, Hem and Cattle, we worshipped oppressive gods, oppressive in the sense of absolute power. My forebearers left willingly at the invitation of Jor, to never again serve. So it's important to remember our love for Jor was not, subjugation. It was a partnership, in the purest sense of the word. Is that so? So to be clear, I am not a numinist, I have no religion, I do not worship Jor. My people were raised into self-idealization by Jor, given power esoterical forces. When he fell after the Gate War and no longer was as directly involved, well, we all had some hope he was alive, just hiding, or having gone into some other state of being to shut out the gods. Logically speaking, he has to be alive. That is my input on the discussion. Why? Why is he alive? Because his realm still stands. I do not believe in a natural existence for his coast. I believe, although my evidence for this is faltering, the realm would collapse if Jor truly died. This place is held up by him, thus, its existence is proof of his well being. Not to mention the handful of messages we received, at least hint at something still existing out there. Unless you believe those messages were false, which they could be, I do not believe so. Can you teach me magic? I want to know magic because I am a great powerful wizard. Oh, teaching. That is not my specialty. If you have any questions, I can always share my knowledge, but beyond that, I'm afraid I can only offer spell scrolls. What does ebb mean? This is my first question. What does this word mean? His eyes dart around. You want a definition? Yes, please. I spoke with a demi-lich who spoke of an esoteric ebb. A demi-lich? Yeah, I kind of have like all kinds of connections, Snail Man. You're not that important to me. I've got other cooler connections too. Dangerous friends to have, cleric. You mean wizard? Unless the world has changed by more than I imagined since I left. His eyes jitter a bit. Ebb is defined as an effective anti-magic. Oh. It is when the flow of magic is ebbed, lowered, ceased. It is a word I do not like for many reasons. For one, it was a tool used by our enemies in the Gate War. To sink Jorah's realm, they wished to quell his strings. Then, of course, it was the dragon Asuth. His betrayal began by the casting of a horrid and terribly effective spell. Power word ebb. What does it do? Power word ebb puts a clamp on Jorah's strings, a large area, I believe up to 1,000 feet, becomes void of high-tier magics, and low-tier magic becomes unstable. Yet it is no simple anti-magic field. It is not an area of suppression of magic. It is the literal editing of the strings themselves. I see. Nods, pretending like I know what they're saying. Okay. It cuts off flow to the strings, flow from the past and future, a ripple of non-magic through time. I will be honest, I have no clue what the exact parameters of casting such a spell would be, nor what the long-term effects are. But it does sound to me like your era has been affected by some terrible ebbings, for your strings seem to me as if they are indeed clamped and clutched, as if struggling to breathe. We gotta help the strings breathe. We gotta help the magic breathe, Chad. So you're saying, someone's cast a bunch of ebb spells. That is a lot of questions. I'll say possibly, probably, not really, and yes, through time. This is, of course, only a theory of mine when it comes to esoteric effects, pockets, events, and so on. But what makes an esoteric ebb so powerful is the sheer time frame of it. The consequences can be unfelt for centuries. That is what makes Jorah's esoteric magic so powerful and so dangerous. I see. Of course, yes. No sane being can calculate beyond the third dimension, not at least beyond some abstract, impractical sense. We are not made for it. But that doesn't stop me from researching it, or at least until Asuth did. I can't believe I'm just like yapping at this guy after he woke up after a million years. Like, he's been awake for like an hour at this point. I should probably let him chill, but I won't. What do you know about Jorah's strings? He holds out a hand and casts prestidigitation. When Jor crafted the coast, he did not make it from scratch. Dazzling lights spawn out of his palm, forming a collection of gleaming lights. He based his design on others, the landscape, the water, the wind, the biome, as well as the magic. In most other realms, from what our history teaches us, ley lines, as in the thing we channel magic from, is usually formed as a web, a network, a weaving, a series of nodes connected. This design was fundamental and solid. It connected so many material realms to the outer ones, as in, they were not just one. The solid world of mortals on one side, the worlds with all the angels and demons and non-mortals on the other. A magic web interconnecting them. Most Anticipalians will tell you the same thing. The world of mortals and non-mortals were separated beyond Jorah's realm. I see. So before the gates closed, we were separated. He nods. I see. Of course, that makes so much sense to me, of course. Yep, nods. Jorah did something different. He created the strings. Instead of having a series of nodes with connections between them, his ley lines were simply just nodes. They contain a sort of esoteric vector. Intensity, delta, rush, tone, some call it colors, various difficult to parse parameters. I see, we're getting into the code of the world, the code base. Instead of being interconnected, they simply bump into one another, physically. That is how they interact, to put it in a simple metaphor. However, Jorah did something ingenious here. He took the design of those interconnected webs and repurposed them, not to connect with one another, but to connect with themselves. Over time itself. I don't get it. What? What does that mean? Connected from the past through the present to the future. A straight line. A chord. A string. Okay, and? Remember, he is reading your mind. Every option you think will be presented to him all at once. Web in comparison to web design. Why did Jor make the strings in such a way? Okay, that's a lot to take in all at once. This mind reading makes a conversation highly efficient. Dude, that would be kinda sick. And boring. I'll take your questions one by one if that's okay. Starting off, compared to the original web design, which I sadly have not been able to investigate myself, I am basing all of my findings off data retrieved from my forebearers. There seems to be almost no real difference. On the surface level, channeling magic from a practical art works fundamentally the same, drawing powers from the network using verbal, somatic, and components to steer this power in a certain direction. Somatic, the need for a physical component of a spell. It could be a hand sign, a full body movement, or something small like a wink, depending on the spell. Thank you, intelligence. Thank you. Clap for intelligence. Thank you. All right, next. However, this change, making the network into strings, changes how that magic flows. Instead of being focused on that one point in time, it is constantly connected to the past and present. Part of that power is leaked in each direction. Now, this does happen, in some degree, in a normal web-based node system as well. That's how divination magic works, but instead of it happening in a natural way, just like we remember where we were a second ago, so does magic. Just like we can extrapolate on current information in order to reach conclusions about the future, so does magic. That actually does somehow make some amount of sense to me. The strings instead are directly connected. It would be as if we constantly saw ourselves in the past alongside our present with glimpses of the future. Okay, now that's a bit wacky. Like a constant, permanent form of divination magic, it's quite difficult to imagine. So to answer your second question, I do not know why Jorah made the strings this way. There are theories. He could have done it to perform some type of chronomancy. Perhaps it was simply an experiment. My personal belief is simply that Jorah found it efficient. By leaking esoteric energies to the past and future, it would make sense that we are able to build a much more potent acceleration in our spells. How this works in practice? None can tell. Not since the gates closed. So what you're telling me is that Jorah overclocked reality so that the magic is like super powerful. I see. That's a bit dangerous, but okay. As to your third question, yes, it sounds as if your Arcanist did uncover many of the same mysteries we worked on. However, it does sound as if Jor abandoned them in a way not too dissimilar to our own. Finally, your fourth question. Chronomancy is a topic many wizards dream of as they study. I must disappoint you, there are no ways beyond divination, those little peeks behind the curtain, to tamper with time. As the strings move forward, Jor watches us go along them. That is one of the messages we received from him all those years ago. He is watching. This is our one chance to make our choices, so make them well. Okay, and I'm gonna make all the wrong choices. How do I learn high tier magic? Asking for a friend? Time and effort, cleric, you mean wizard? I remember when we caught a batch of students about to rush out into the wild to burn some fake creatures with fireballs. They said they needed the experience. The wisdom of Jor teaches us otherwise. Repeated exercise does build muscle memory, yes. However, true experience is bought from novelty. Okay, yeah. Be interesting. Your future in high tier magic will be born from that. You hear that, chat? To succeed, you just have to be interesting, all right? Time to learn a million hobbies. Time to go skydiving. Listen to the snail. Listen to this is my self-help guru now. No problem. I am no lecturer, so apologies if I'm ranting too much. That's all good. You're good. So you're a wizard? Yes, I am a learned Tulin of the Path of Jor. String master, string player, cord puller extraordinaire. I might have missed a few eras, but I assure you we had reality warping powers in our times. By Jor, I sure sound like an old timer. Because he is. I heard that. Oh yeah, they can hear my voices. Sorry. No worries, it's true. I'm a wizard too. Are you now? Good to hear. It does make sense. Someone with a head so attuned to the string is usually either dipped in a soul river at birth or a powerful mage of some type. Or a crazy person. Maybe a moth. Oh yeah, we already said this once. You have any questions, about all the stuff you missed? A couple of thousand of them, yes. I will also, of course, dive into whatever libraries you have available for information soon enough. You do still have libraries, I hope. We burn them all to the ground. We have the Daroian Library just south of here. I can get you access if I put in an application. Oh, grand. Please do. Is your local government Darrow? Technically oh man, dude, you don't want to know. It's a whole shebang right now, my guy. Technically speaking, I see. Also, I need to ask, what is this south? Oh, you don't have directions. Yes, south is south. Ah, this must be some common knowledge. Please elaborate. It's a direction, downwards on the map. Interesting. Do you not use inwards and outwards, with and against? The scholarly version. Kiss the snail. I'm not gonna kiss the snail. Ella also points at Ella. You didn't get first. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Utterly destroyed. All right, that's all. I just had to state that. You've returned to your beans. She out here eating beans. The scholarly version is seaward and inland. Which one's forward? And what kind of beans are you talking though? Is it are you just eating straight beans and nothing else? Ella, please tell me there's more to the beans. You have beans and rice at least. If you don't have any, Ella, please, it's not just beans, right? Right? But anyways, the scholarly version is seaward and inland. Which one's forward in your case? I see. Don't try to be a villain with me, mister. It's chili beans. But are you having chili or are you just eating straight chili beans? These are the questions we need to know. Width is when you move along the coast with the movement of the sun. Against is against the sun's movements. We use west for with and east for against. I see. Do you know the etymological origin of those words? I find your use of them quite fascinating, especially the fact my tongue spell does not localize them. Of course you do. Look, I know everything. I'm kind of a genius. The cardinal directions are based on some early human tongue. Way before we arrived in this world, we simply applied our old world's term on Jor's realm. Realistically, they all have something to do with the sun, just like yours do. Interesting. What you base your directions on a map is very different from our way of navigation. Later, I will very much love to pore over your findings and documents, especially those maps. There's also books all over the place. You can just go. There's books everywhere. You can just take them. Interesting. So your people are very open-minded then? I mean, sometimes. That pale man looks like an interesting spellcaster. We will see how they react. Is your people anti-snail? I suppose they haven't been given the chance to be anti-snail. I suppose, maybe. Norvik doesn't seem very chill. You got bean, tomato paste, broth, meat, spices, and veggies. But why you call it beans? That's just chili. That's just chili then. Speaking of which, I made a pretty good chili. Like last week, pretty good. Chickpeas and tofu and like all the other stuff, pretty good. But anyways, I digress. Back to the snail. It's chili beans. You don't call it chili beans. What? It's just chili. It's just chili. You don't need to specify there are beans. This is actually a great debate, chat. For anyone else out there, does chili not by default assume there are beans in it? We will have to find out. This is the real question. Chili is just the stuff without the beans? No. We're looking it up. Google. Does chili require beans? I'm going to choose the answer that agrees with me. It says the popular definition is with beans, okay? What do you put in a hot dog then? I've never put any. I put at most ketchup and mustard on a hot dog, okay? We keep it simple in this household. What is this little game? Hello, Sevio. We're playing Esoteric Ebb, which if you've ever played Disco Elysium, it's like that. And if you haven't, it's like a detective talking side quest RPG thingy where you're just talking and trying to solve quests. And it's all like, this game is like flavored like D&D essentially. What? Not K-Tech is wrong. It needs to admit he's wrong. What? Oh, Ella, you're just trying to stay. You don't want the conversation to change. I get it. It's okay, Ella. So what's the current chili bean argument? Does chili imply that there is beans in the chili? You don't need to specify that there are beans in the chili. It's just chili, right? I'm not crazy. But anyways, back to me yapping in the game, because I refuse to entertain Ella's accusations here. They are wrong. They are wrong. I think you don't need beans to make chili. Wrong. Everyone here is wrong. Wrong. I can't hear you. Ah! No, chili does not imply beans because there's flippin' chili you put on hot dogs that don't have. That's your only example. That's like a crazy example to give. What makes it chili is the spices. I can agree with that. I'm still gonna say chili requires beans. It's okay. We can agree to disagree, chat. Some people are just wrong in life. You know how it is. I don't think anyone will actively hate the. No, I think Norvik might not like you. He nods and his eyes jut out. Interesting. I am looking forward to navigating your society. Chili requires meat, not beans. No. Nope. Chili does not require meat. Yeah, look at that. See, now Sevio is saying the thing I agree with. Therefore, that's good. Get wrecked, Ella. Get wrecked. You're wrong. He lets out a bubbling noise. Timeline, I can see images of your current world in your mind. Your city called Norvik. You live upon the ruins of my people's creations. Very interesting. But I am interested in how you got there. You appear to be human, yes? What he's saying does not anyway agree with you, K-Tech? Nah, it does agree with me. It does agree with me, alright. It's okay. Get checkmated. I remember the dragons of the east bringing your people to the coast as servants, slaves rather. When did you break your chains? It was during the Fade era. Humans broke free alongside many others as the big ones fell. Doug Doolin Dim led the charge against the dragons. Oh yeah, I forgot. Doug Doolin Dim Dimmadome from the Dimsdale Dimmadome. That's my favorite name. You walk into a kitchen. K-Tech's in his hater mode today. Ella, I think that 70-minute deadlock game that I lost changed me, okay? It inherently triggered something in my brain that I have to let out this rage, alright? You walk into a kitchen, you smell chili, you go, wow, that's chili. You walk over, see no meat. Do you say, oh, never mind, it's just soup? You use chili seasoning in a lot of stuff, though. It's not all chili. Alright, Chet. It's like, this has actually become the thing, you know, where people go like, when they want to make like really pointless conversation where it's like, all right, is a hot dog a sandwich? Or they go like, is cereal a soup? Right? We've now created a new version of that of what is a chili? What is defined as a chili? And we're going down a dangerous path here. I love those so much. Oh boy. It's always, you know, it's always good for if you just want to start a pointless argument. I always keep one in my back pocket. I also like the hot dog as a sandwich combos. All right, well, gang, you know, we've already had one argumentative conversation here because I want to know if a hot dog is a sandwich. It's as simple as that. It is. I see. I am both relieved and extremely happy to hear of their demise. So anyway, K-Tech is wrong. All right, Ella, you know, I'm hovering over that timeout button. I could do it whenever I want. All right, I strike down with a fury, unknowingly. You're welcome. But I must ask, whatever happened to Isuth? His downfall must have been at the hands of some great warrior. Oh, I know that one. It's a children's story. Wait, what? What happened? Oh, the little and the large, I think about the tale. I speak for everyone when I say K-Tech is right. See, Savio is way cooler than you, Ella, all right? Savio understands me, all right? They blindly agree, and that's what we look for here in the K-Tech chat applications to be a chat member here. You get your little like loyalty card as well. If you get the stamp 10 times, you get a little actually technically I guess there is the watch streaks, which are just loyalty cards if you think about it, right? You get extra channel points. Wow. Wowie. K-Tech is wrong about chili beans, though? Oh my fucking god. All right. See, I would time both of you out right now, but I'm feeling merciful. I'm feeling very merciful. Just remember that. A gnome prevented the Mist-Eye Titan of Ascani, and together they defeated the Great Red Jack. 1 second. Oh god. 1 sec. Water. Look what you're doing. Y'all are killing me. You're literally killing me. You're kidding. By Jor, that is very good. Very, very good. An ironic end for such a horrid beast. Defeated by friendship, he lets out a blubbering laugh. K-Tech, afraid to be the next horror art. You could never capture my horror, Ella, okay? The horror I go through every day. That 70-minute game also removed your throat. Yeah, it fucking killed me. And you know what's gonna happen is after stream I'm gonna get back on because I can't end on such a annoying loss. All right, I have to win. I have to win. I finally figured out a Shiv build that I'm happy with. All right, I'm happy with it. I call it the never die build, and you just don't die, and it's amazing. But that's for later. That's another day. Defeated by... Oh, no, we already said that. May his bones be cursed forever. Yeah, fuck that dragon, bitch. Little folk forever. What else should we say? Humans of Old Dimenor broke free and built kingdoms. Hold on, let's see. The snail retracts his eyes and goes quiet for a while as he listens to your thoughts. Do go on. Oh yeah, he can hear all the things I'm saying, all my options. Um, then the Fade era lasted about 1,000 years. Ah, so you are at the start of a new era then. What do you call it? The post-war era. Oh, the Arcane era brought with it a most foul war then. Yup, sure did. I could only imagine. Myself, I too was born in a time after war, the Gate War, but my father saw the end of it in his youth. I will make sure to read about it more. But what caused this Great War? Up, 1 second, I need more water. Oh god. All right, there we go. What happened? An imp, he assassinated an elvish priestess and set the whole thing in motion. Or humans, we became great wizards, arcanists, and destroyed each other, as well as almost the entire coast. Numinous, a cabal of hedonistic far realm worshippers, pitted the great arcanists against each other. Probably humans generally. Yes, I can see that. I can similarly not in any way tell you the real reason behind the Gate War. But since it's closer in the timeline, if I may ask, how did your Coast War end? Wasn't it like the Free Striders killed them all, right? The Arcanists destroyed each other and ruined large portions of their band in the process. The Arcanists were simply too powerful, the game was rigged against them, and thus they lost. Magic stopped being as potent, or Free Striders, an ideology of meritocratic and democratic heroes, eventually felled the Arcanists. Today, they are the most powerful force on the coast. Fascinating. It's understandable that there is no clear answer to such a complex conflict. As per usual, the victor will write the notes on history, however, so I will be sure to read with critical stock. Stock? Ah, I stock. Come on, Charisma, keep up. Even I recognize that. Come on. And your people then? They fled the Arcanists during the war? I seem to get that impression from the images I keep seeing. I hope you can't see me naked. Try your best not to imagine yourself naked. I hope you can't see me without the helm. Joke's on you. You cannot even remember what you look like underneath. Nothing too personal so far, thank Jor. Some esoterically attuned people cannot help themselves. It's honestly quite dangerous at times. My old rival used to run into my laboratory and think very loud and grimy things, the most heinous scenarios you could imagine. That's hilarious. You're quite the frayed fellow, aren't you? What does that mean? Yes, I am. His eye stalks glare at you in silence. Case in point. I don't know what that meant. Do you know how to enter the pillar? Oh, you wish to enter a closed gate? That is bold. Yeah, I need to follow a rogue spellcaster inside, a suspected rogue spellcaster. The snail stares at you. I heard nothing, but if you need to enter a closed gate, that is no small feat, of course, but it's possible. Very much so. What lies beyond is not so much a mystery, as it is a question of shape, tunnels, paths, cracks in the veil around Jor's realm. To enter is as simple as having a key, a blessed passing, or forcing your way with a powerful spell. Gate, astral projection, wish. They can all break through, of course, with the current state of things here in your time. It is clear all such methods would be difficult. Very difficult. You require assistance from creatures who have studied or understand its current shape. So not you. He lowers his head. Tut was a genius on planar travel. She could have helped you. Oh right, Tut was your dead wife. I'll just stare at him. He glares at you with one eye as the other falls upon his staff. You have made a great friend in me, cleric. That will be rewarded. Free staff! The staff? You hold it out, feeling the power surge through the rough wood. I call it Miravish, Staff of Strings. You may call it Staff of Tulin Cattle, as remembrance of my fallen people. It will be returned to me once you are finished with all of this. Okay. The crystal at the top lights up as he speaks. It is now attuned to you. If you wield it while dealing with this gate, it will grant you assistance, information, attunement, so on. My dear wife's research can be found within its core. It will help you, I'm sure. Thank you, and tut. As for who you should speak with, I have no idea. But unless you want to write a contract with some powerful devil or serve a far realm monster, you might not have too many good options. The only creature I know beyond my people who understood the mechanics of the gate was the gate guardian herself, but she was ancient by the time I reached adulthood, so I would not count on her being around still. Gate guardian? Are you talking about the Sphinx? Excuse me? Olziz, the Sphinx. She's still around. Yeah, you know her? She like drinks at the bar. She's a regular. She kind of owns the bar partially. The snail leans back, still reeling over this information. He's got an old friend in the city then. Good for him. I'll have to visit. So she is still in the lair? It's a tavern now, called the Drunk Sphinx. This is a strange era you've built for yourselves. I can't say I dislike it. In that case, I highly recommend you go speak with Olziz. Unless you've made a fool of yourself before her, she might be inclined to help getting you into the gate crack. Flashback to when you spoke with Olziz last, and I asked for a riddle. Oh, Jor. I'm sure with Maravesh it will be fine. And if not, then maybe there is some other dark and oppressive magical creature you can persuade. I do know a pale guy who I know a guy. Interesting. I should go speak with him too at some point. Okay, bye, Isk. I don't have anything else to say to you now. You are useless. Wait, holy shit, I got so many things to... 2 things to take root, Chad. 2 whole things. Alright, let's do the Copper Press Fever first. Is there other quests that I'm missing? I still want to figure out what's going on with, like, the Viskin Lich House Blues, you know? I gotta solve the riddle. We got the Gate of Jor. We got all sorts of stuff, Chad. We got a lot of things. All right, well, let's do the Copper Press Fever first. Oh, wait, no, we already did that one. This election week, we have to think about the election. You ready, chat? Gonna take root. Think about the election. Actually, I'm gonna get water. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm ready to do some intense thinking about the election. You have expressed some opinions lately. I have. Now you will listen to true reason. You see, where all of this has been is an opportunity. One to share this tumultuous part of yourself with others. Yes, yes. So now that part lives out there. It will stay there for some time, collectivizing into the zeitgeist, growing, decaying, until it festers into an unimaginable beast of bureaucracy. Yes, yes, intelligence, yes. Where is your water? In your desk? No, Ella. You see, I live in this thing called a studio apartment, which means my kitchen is like a few feet to my right, which I can then walk to and refill my glass with water. Crazy, right? Crazy. Although, you know, maybe I'll think about storing it in my desk. You know, I'm sure that's a great idea. That trip took like, yeah, 1 second. Hey, chat. You can hear me from here, right? I'm currently standing right next to the sink. That's how far the sink is from my desk. There you go. I would never stop drinking water if you had that speed. Never stop. Won't stop. I do drink a lot of water. It's what I do when I'm bored. Rather than like bored eating. Can we get a second pantry review? The pantry is in dire straits right now, Ella. I have not gone to the grocery store. So I have pretty much nothing in there. I have like half a tub of peanut butter. I had some anchovies that I got them when I was at the store because I was like, I had anchovies once when I was a wee lad and I was like, wow, these are fucking awful. and I saw them at the store. I'm like, oh, it's only like $1. I'll get them because I wanted to taste them again to see now that I'm old and decrepit and dying, uh, if my taste buds have changed and that they're not awful. And I haven't tasted it yet because I fear the moment I will do that will just end me right there on the spot. I'll be smited. But one day I'll open it. And I can't do anchovies. Little fish boy's too sad. You don't like they look back at you, stare into your eyes. Fish do got them weird eyes, you know? But in my freezer I got some salmon. I got some salmon that I gotta. That's a good reminder. I should put I gotta thaw some of that in the fridge so that I can cook it tomorrow. You don't want to eat whole fish. Devour the fish whole, though, Ella. That in its nature is an election. A general election of leadership and governance. It is, of course, a complete farce. Why is it a farce? Why do I feel the need to ask strangers about their voting choices all the time? Attempt to ask yourself for real this time. What should I vote in the election? Meek's gonna help me on this question. I don't know how Meek helps me decide my election votes. Meek's like, you gotta vote for this party, bro. Most villain thing is snacking on anchovies. I don't think I've ever seen that in a movie, but at the same time, I could imagine that, you know? I could imagine like a villain being like, eating the whole anchovy. Does fish count towards your meat requirement of chili? I mean, I would agree. I would say that works. Is fish chili a thing? Ella, fish chili, anything chili works. Chili is like a stew, right? And you can put literally fucking anything in it, and there you go. It works. That's how it be, and that's why I exclusively survive by making stews, chilies, and scrambles. All right, those are the only 3 foods that you ever need to know how to make because you don't have to think about the order you do things in that much. I assume chili is gonna be red meat. Okay, no. Okay, Ella. The more you say this, the more I'm just like, oh my god, you're so wrong. She's so fucking wrong, and she doesn't even know. It's so sad. I pity her. Chili can be anything. I had tofu chili. That works. You need some casseroles in your life, okay? See, the thing with casseroles is like, I probably could do it. I don't want to have to. Essentially, I like not having to use the oven itself, even though the oven itself really isn't that hard. But at the same time, I'm like, I like my stovetop. I like putting things on the skillet or in the pot. That's my favorite. That's where I'm in my zone. Tofu is a meat substitute. Of course you can. Okay, Ella's coping so hard. Okay, so she's all of a sudden like, it has to be meat, but tofu is allowed, even though because it's a meat substitute, even though it's not meat. Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Literally set and forget. I'll think about it. I'll think about casserole. I'll think real long and hard about casserole. But first, I need to think about what should I vote for in the election. That's a 2. Wow, we don't know what we want to vote for. No, asking such a question is not valid, for democracy itself is flawed. But how exactly? If you need to ask, then you are not ready to learn. I want to know what to vote for. Fuck you, intelligence. There we go. That's better. Ask. Do this. Receive an answer. But do not regret your inquiry. But seriously, what should I vote for? I'm gonna ask my intelligence, my brain, what should I vote for? Being blunt is healthy. As such, you should listen to the following well. There is no good choice here. None whatsoever. Except yourself, obviously. Obviously? Obviously. What about the Arcanist party? Is that even a thing? Who the fuck has an arc? Why would people make an Arcanist party? It does not exist. Or rather, it might as well not. You know of an old man Prax in his gathering of so-called wizards, however, branding a political party around the abhorred ideology of the previous era is not an intelligent idea. Add to that old man Prax's imbecilic behavior, and you've got a failed party for idiots. I will vote for the Nationalists then. The Nationalist Party of Norvik is a stale relic of theocracy and bureaucratic fascism. Ever since their demigod Earth died, they have been about as efficient as a dwarf on a bicycle. Their city decaying so much in these decades, they willingly organized an election. It is as if they subconsciously understand their decadence, crafting exactly what they deserve. Like a weak man who smiles as his wife crushes his ego day after day. The nationalists are ruining this fine city. Agreed, but in what way? They won't put me in charge. There is more to it than that, but yes. See, intelligence gets me. I could vote for the Freeze Riders and allow the opportunists of New Dimenor to strangle this ancient city even more so. They already own most of it. Giving them de jure power would not change much, I agree. But it doesn't matter how much they promise to keep Norvik independent. If they win, they will surely incorporate it into their Free City Agreement. At first through legal loopholes, then through the guise of increasing wealth, then by simply lack of animosity among the populace. The Free Strider Revolution is a poison. It is already in your veins. Fuck it, what about the goddamn Asgalists? If a dozen dwarves knock on your door and ask you to hand over all your wealth with the promise that it would be returned when you really need it, would you trust them? What if they just took a little bit? They would never stop there. Asgal was a simple underground dwarven male born during the... Oh god. Hold. There we go. Born during the Divine Era. He was a dwarf who came from nothing but resentment and anger. It is not clear whether or not he was truly a demigod, but in his death he had left a ruined empire in his wake, millions starving, a 1,000-year legacy of dwarven history destroyed. He wanted to take the amazing riches gathered by the many dynasties of the Lower Empire and simply hand them out to the population. An idealistic revolutionary. Some see him as the precursor to the Free Strider movement, but in comparison, miraculously, the Free Striders look somewhat competent. The dwarves beneath Askani never recovered from Asgal. Today his followers are known as exiles since they are not allowed to even mention his foul name underground. Yet here in our city, we allow Asgalists to gather and share their toxic ideal freely? We are lucky they do not have the same kind of backing the Free Striders have. That would be the end of everything you hold dear. So, I shouldn't vote Asgalist then? No, you should not. So I shouldn't vote at all? That is up to you. It would certainly be cowardly to not make a decision at all. It might even anger many, although being apolitical would certainly allow you to circumvent many disrupting situations. Yo, you calling me a coward? Truly, it is up to you. Though remember, it is intellectually dishonest to take a position of neutrality due to fear of saying the wrong thing, as it is to take a position for your own gain. Wow. A true genius speaks true, listens, then speaks again. Okay, I'm ready. Come on, it's the new world. The Free Striders will make you and everyone around you rich. Social democracy is the only ideology that does not trample upon the safety of the working person. Asgalism, as it appears in Norvik, is good, true good. It will not result in a win. However, it is a statement of intent. Vote for yourself. You are forgetting about one. No one will ever know what you vote for, so it really does not matter. Though you might be able to control people better if you really internalize how devoid you are of any political thoughts. So, tell me more about nationalist. Humans first, follow an Earth legacy. Extra proficiency in roles when speaking with humans. What about Free Strider? Free trade, prosperity, democracy. In short, good shit. 10% additional discount. Money. Tell me more about Asgalist. For your brothers and your sisters. For everyone below you. To flatten this uneven city, to make everything just and good. It is a simple dream. Asgalism. Oh, that's a lot of fucking words. Whenever you take damage, move one step forward on a secret 3-step counter. On step 1, a thesis d20 die is thrown. On step 2, if the damage you took is higher than the thesis die, antithesis die d4 thrown. On step 3, the damage you took is lower either by 1 or by the if you roll 1 during step 2, set this up how the next time you take damage return step 1. What the fuck? It is quite simple. Essentially, you must perform a 3-step process of crafting, meeting, and unity. That is how we grow. You're joking. That's your actual fucking thing? Okay, what about Arcanist? A magocracy led by you, the greatest wizard of the coast. When you use your last spell slot of any level, you roll a 1d100. If the result is lower than your natural intelligence, you regain that spell slot. Wow. Tell me more about Agrarian. The way of the earth. Hungry. Whenever you pick up food, you roll 1d20. 16 or higher, you get additional food. What about apolitical? Objectively smart. Be whatever you need to be to win. Increase proficiency in rolls by 1. This amount is increased to 10 on any election day. Name dropping Wizard in the Coast in Ebb is wild. I'm gonna be the greatest wizard. Wow, you know, El, I didn't even think about that like as a potential joke. Holy shit. It rumbles. Well, Asgulus made no sense. Nationalist is dumb. Agrarian is dumb. Arcanist, I think Free Strider and Apolitical are just arguably the better options. And of those two, I would rather not be an apolitical coward. All right? Hells yeah. You feel a great deal of knowledge from dealing with this burning question in your heart. Okay, good talk. All right. So after I got done talking to the snail, I just stared at a wall, and Etir, the snail, and Snell were here just like staring at me. And then I'm like, all right, I've decided my political ideology now forever. This is me. This is me forever now. But anyways, we got other stuff to do, chat. I gotta go figure out that riddle. I still don't know what the riddle, because I thought the riddle was related to this, but now I'm not sure. Now I don't actually know. I thought I understood the riddle, but do we ever truly understand the riddles of life? Who knows? Let's get up to the top. I'm gonna go ask the Sphinx some more questions. Oh no, I forgot. It's not an actual cutscene. It's just us arriving at the top. Dude, I just want to know more about Viskin, all right? I want to know how to solve Lich House Blues. Oh, hello? Do you have anything I could buy? Because I am like incredibly rich. I have $1,400, so I might as well buy everything you have. Because I'm filthy rich. Let's see, what do you got? Shards. I'll take esoteric shards. That could be good. Thank you. Give me some. I need a dream patch as well. And the bone dust canisters. And do I need the incense? I think I already have a bunch of incense though, right? Pretty sure I already have a bajillion. Ella, you can't be inviting me to play Slay the Spire every time I'm streaming. It's like it's as if you specifically wait for me to be streaming to then prank me. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I did not mean to give it to you. No. Okay, well, because I had a feeling she wouldn't like it. I want to buy the incense, please. Thank you. I only had to pay 130. Holy shit, I'm so good at haggling. I'm kind of the greatest haggler of all time. The best who ever done it. All right, Viskin, are you sure you don't have anything you want to tell me? Absolutely nothing at all. Viskin, if you got something, a secret you want to tell me, you gotta tell me, bro. All right, you gotta tell me. I just want to know. Master say you behave. I have some questions for you, Ost. You know who this is? Points at Snell. Goblin. Yeah, sure, good enough. I'm a goblin. I'm goblin. Okay, then. Viskin, you gotta tell me your secrets, please. Please tell me. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait before I do anything else. Okie dokes. So we're gonna go figure out the Sphinx riddle, and then once I finally deciphered the riddle with my genius intellect, we will then go ahead and talk to either Viskin or the Sphinx to get us here. I want to talk to Raz though. I feel like, oh, hey, this guy. Can I behold people? I should be beholding people. Behold. Behold. View. Oh, Nat 20. I know everything about him. A focused killer. His body count must be in the hundreds, the type of man who wishes for nothing but the destruction of humanity. The Earthfolk especially, and the downfall of this invading species upon the shores of Ascani. Well, that's not very nice. The more you stare into those deranged eyes of his, the more you understand he is not full of hatred from some idealistic vision of the future. He does not view the future of Ascani as a goblin paradise. All he wants, entirely due to some personal vendetta fueled by sociopathy, is to erase humans from existence. Gulp. Well, that guy doesn't seem really chill. I'm gonna talk to him. Can I steal from him? What could I steal? Incense? Eh. Should I glass him? Should I just fucking fight him? Nah, I won't. I won't. I'll be chill. I'll be chill. Dwarf boys, you got anything to say? Anything new? You approach the dwarves as they argue through heavily slurred words. Et Bolgard Patit Priest, I don't know that. He hits his cup while gesticulating wildly. The white wine spills out over the table. I'm gonna listen it. 4-man Alpha, Simi tells his boss, well, glancing up at you. Perhaps it is time. I'll say hello, Alphas. Oh, I could have comprehended languages that. Fuck. I wanted. Wait. Run it back. Oh, he laughs. Well, what are you gonna do, Mr. Cityman? Cast mass torsion on us? No. Semi's face grows completely pale, along with each of the other male dwarves around the table. Well, Alphas is very, very drunk. He's got that false confidence glowing through his sweaty forehead. The dwarf can take a lot, but clearly he's drinking far too much. This is why a sober lifestyle is preferable, even among non-clerics. Okay. He puffs up his chest and gets up from his seat. Mass torsion is a war crime. Could be suitable here, though. Raise your hand if you insist. And with that, chat, ads have now started, and we'll leave it on that cliffhanger. I'm going to use the bathroom. See you after the ads. All right, chat. Your favorite wizard is back at it. All right. And so they were talking about mass torsion. And so I say, raise your hand if you insist. Time to make him freak the fuck out. Simi gets up from his chair so fast it falls to the ground. I think it is time for us to go now, Alphaz. Bah. Why can't a foreman let loose a little? It's, not that late. I step away and let Simi lead him away. Simi steps in and grabs his boss. Sorry, cleric. You mean wizard? I'll get him back to the apartment. I mean, headquarters. Oh my god, Ella, you can't just keep inviting me. The thing is, I have my taskbar set to automatically hide. So whenever, but it unhides when there's like a notification. So every time Ella over here fucking sends me a new invite on Steam, I get another notification, which then makes the taskbar appear. So it's very obvious when it happens. And it drives me insane. And I will get my revenge, Ella, okay? I know you can hear me. I will get my revenge. One day I'll plan it, waiting, and it will happen. When you least expect it. What is it time already? Alphaz seems to relax once his brother steadies him by the arm. As they stumble away, you hear him mutter, Asgal would be proud of you, Simi. A good worker, that's what you are. Good handling of that, cleric. The rest of the dwarves keep drinking, not really reacting much to their foreman's outburst. Must be a common occurrence. Well then. Damn, I wish I did comprehend languages. I could have understood what he was saying. He probably was saying some crazy shit. An angel, really? She wasn't weird. She had eyes, like glowing eyes, but actual eyes. And she wasn't floating. She wasn't floating? Not always. So she could float. She talked to you? Yeah. Why? That's a good question, Sten, like actually. Why do you ever even think about talking with the Celestial? I'm gonna listen to what they're saying. The lanky boy snaps his finger and a bit of a spark appears. Let me start from the beginning, okay? Rollo crosses his arms. Go ahead. I was at the palace, around those fancy mansions apartments. Before you ask, my great aunt lives there. Right, she was the old lady who was in the newspaper, Astrid Timberholm? Who? Astrid Timberholm, an old noblewoman who was in all the papers a year back. She had lived with a horde of strange mimics for several years, and everyone just thought she was crazy. Eventually, the Pest Control Guild took care of it, and it made for one hell of a story. Interesting. Old, noble people. They got their weird hobbies. Oh yeah, I read about that. She lived with mimics for a whole year, didn't she? Yeah, whatever. I'm telling a story here. Can I keep listening? He gets ready to speak. After visiting my Auntie Astrid, I walked across Micah Park, and I was like, snapping my fingers. And I heard her ask me for a light. I turned around and saw her sitting by the pond. This celestial girl, white dress, glowing eyes, really, really good looking. Totally holds up his palms. Whatever floats your boat, man. She asked if I was a wizard. I said, no, obviously, but she holds out one of those Reedsian tobacco sticks. So I light it with he says and snaps his fingers, setting up a little flame into the air. We talk for a bit, just small talk. Was she nice to you? No, yes, I don't know. What kind of question is that, Stan? Jesus. We talk. She smokes her stick. When she's done, she asks me to burn the stump. I do, like in a cool way, too. I really nail it. Then what? She walks away? Yeah, but she also says, hey, thanks. I'll see you around. The other three boys look at him in silence. Earthness looks at each of them. What? That's good, right? That's practically like asking for a date. This totally not. He's gotta be faking it. Look, she was a transcendental energy girl made out of pure light. You were a shipyard boy, just wasn't meant to be. I'm gonna say hello, guys. Oh, hello, cleric, sir. Rollo jolts, realizing you've been standing there for quite some time, yeah. Hey, you've created a scene. What's this about a celestial, huh? The lanky kid shakes his head profusely. No, nothing. I was just joking around. Don't worry, kid. Cross-folk attraction is very valid in our progressive city of Norvik. You don't have to be ashamed of your interest. The lanky kid moves awkwardly in his seat. I'm not, She looks like a human, okay? It's not weird. Your goblin companion hides his face inside of his palm. I'm gonna like do the make it as cringe as possible. Except the glow and the floating. Yeah, but she's like 90% is just, you know, hot girl. You should have smooched the snail, it says. No, 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 no. 90%. Oh god, this fucking kid. Angels are not so different from us, guys. Have you ever seen one? They're my roommate. All right, Rolo. They're my fucking best friend roommate. They're like intangible horrors, Rolo says and shakes his head. Rolo, I'll kill you. I'll kill you, all right? I don't know how old you are, but I'll kill you. He sighs. No, okay, I'm sorry, niece. I don't mean to be like that. I'm just saying you shouldn't obsess over some girl, angel or not, that you don't even know. Ah, you mean like you used to do over Modissa? Backstory gossip. Oh my god, Chad, we're getting the gossip. Hello, fellas. Just stopping by for a bit. Hello, Percy. Hello, hello. Rolo's eyes show wide open, daggers aimed at Sten's unflinching, naive smile. Excuse me, what? Nis says with a big smile, giving Rolo a double take. The lanky kid is happy to get the heat taken off him. Oh yeah, Rolo used to write letters to Modissa back in school. I remember that. Debate letters. She infuriates me. I am in ideological combat with her, nothing else. Dude, imagine unironically saying ideological combat. That's actually so funny. I need to add that to my personal dictionary. I gotta use that more often. So dramatic. You love it. He looks over to you and adjusts his overalls. I just want to keep the record straight, cleric. You mean wizard. They're just trying to mess with me. I'm not. That's not a thing. He's just like you. Hells yeah, kids. Hold up your fist for a bump. I'm also scared of women. Modissa is human, isn't she? So you're okay with that, I see. So you guys just sit here gossiping about girls all night, do you? Hells yeah, kid. I'm also scared. Now, we're gonna do the gossiping one. That's not what? The lanky kid lets out a wheezing laughter. Was that supposed to be a secret? Nah, don't worry about it, Sten. Rolo turns back to you. Can we please talk about literally anything else, please? Hey, you clearly started it, kid, Snell tells him, also laughing. I have some personal questions for you guys. Personal? Can we, do it rapid fire fashion? Sure, why not? We, kind of want to get back to having fun. Okay. The boys all seem to brace themselves. You like the music here? Yeah, Nearly is really good. I'm inclined to agree. She's one of the good ones. Oh, you can't be saying that. What are your views on the Bone Purge? The anti-zombie law? Yeah. It's good? Yeah, my dad kept his job thanks to it. He almost lost his job to a zombie? It was a skeleton, but whatever. What are your favorite pastimes? The goth kid shrugs. I like bicycles. Me too. I like, drawing. Why am I admitting to this? You have any dirt on Rick's bitter? Dirt? She's way nicer than you might think. I know she donates a bunch of money to the Lady Fair Church, like, a lot. Interesting. That could be useful if I want to push her buttons later. Very good. Thank you for spilling all of your secrets. I actually have been secretively placing you under a zone of truth spell all along. What? The boys all look around shocked. You're not allowed to just, I'm joking. Get wrecked, utterly destroyed. Oh, they calm down. Not funny. A bit funny. Okay, a bit funny. Okay, I'm not gonna ask where you live because that's kind of weird. That's it, I'm done. Okay, I don't care if you drink though. Let's talk to Rick Spitter. Rick Spitter, you got anything? Actually, I want to behold. No, don't steal from her. I gotta behold more people. Let's see if. Oh, I already tried Snell. All right, let's see if I can get above a 20. That's a 15. Well, I tried. What about you? Wisdom. Ooh, 13. What did we learn? She works hard, but only in ways that approve her craft, her passion. Dude, am I ever able to talk to the goblin? Wait, the arcane music box. Wait a second. What? I mean, I'll give it to her, I guess. Huh. Her eyes sparkle as she glides her hands across the surface of the esoteric wood finish. What is this? Where did you find it? in the city below. It was in some like weird mystical corner. I don't remember where I found that chat. I don't remember at all. So it's dungeon loot, huh? But you're giving it to me. Well, I figured you're the only bard nearby, so not a bard, but all right. She brings it before her and starts to press buttons and twirl knobs. Damn, this is amazing. Oh my god, I can even record samples. Yes, you owe me now. You owe me big time. This is like a diskette studio, but small enough to carry. I know exactly what to play with this. She glances up to you. Thanks. Give me that esoteric noise, goblin. She is so deeply invested in her box that she appears barely aware that you're even standing there. Okay. She shakes a bit, nervous as can be. Okay, here we go. Okay. Does that change the... Oh, look at that. It's a new instrument. Wait. Is the music different? I think it's actually different. I don't know if I'm crazy, chat, or if the music has actually changed. You know? Are there any other things in my inventory I need to mess with? Oh, the bag of holding. Dude, I gotta get some really good rolls to use that, though, is the problem. It requires a lot of stuff. No, that's useless to me. Okay, chat, should I try and... Let's see. What are my remaining things to undo? Charisma, a DC 25 charisma check, and the wisdom, DC 18. Ooh. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening anytime soon. Equip the piss rat? We're not equipping... Oh, wait, good reminder, though. There's 5 rats, but we've only found 4, I think, right? We got the white rat, the green rat, the yellow rat. Where's the black rat? Black rat. There's one more rat, Chad. We're missing a rat. We gotta find that rat. Fuck. All right. We'll make that a side quest while we try to solve the riddle. Can you tell me the riddle again? She chuckles. As many times as you want, cleric. Found within the arcane flare. Okay, arcane, big letters. Arcane, the TV show. Okay, we're gonna have to go watch the Netflix Arcane. Twin tongues of flame that scorched the air. Okay, I'm gonna actually take a picture of this as well so I can remember without having to come back here. Twin tongues of flame that scorched the air, burrowed deep within the earth. Okay. Burrowed deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. Vulcan gods and throng herds, a man divine alone howls his words. I need help entering the Pillar of Jor. Now that was not a request I expected today. Might I ask why? It's got to do with the tea shop. I see. How mysterious. That is no small request, cleric. Tell you what. Complete the riddle first, the difficult one, and perhaps I will consider it. Okay. Collect and equip all the rats to unlock the secret ending. Trust, bro? Well, Percy would never lie to me. Surely, right? You would never lie to me, Percy. Right? Right? Okay, so... Arcane flare, twin tongues of flame that scorched the air, burrowed deep within the earth. So I think we have to go down. We gotta go down into the city below, Chad. So I'm gonna look at Lady Sageleaf. Oh, I can't. Damn. Can I talk to her? Anything like new to tell you? I don't want to report on to her, anything to her. I'd rather like tell her nothing. I think it would be funny to just never tell Lady Sageleaf anything. And that's my master plan. No, of course not. It's very real. Ah, I see. I see. Of course. Of course. What does the arcane flare even mean? I'm trying to think what that could possibly mean in this case. I legitimately don't know. Oh yeah, wasn't there also a quest that I had to do for the hag? She wanted something. I don't remember what. She wanted something though. And maybe I'll bother to remember it this time. That might be a good idea. Hello? Hello? Oh yeah, there's also the weird elemental in the water. No, nothing useful here. Okay. Let's go in here, and then we can look at the dancing goblin for fun. I know it's real because you've equipped some rats before. Ah, of course. Look at the dancing goblin. It's so funny. I love it. Look at him go. The hag leans over in her cauldron. Back for more questions. Can you make me a wand? Well, have you gotten my lingonberries yet, cleric? Did I? Apparently I did. I got them. Oh. The hagling looks over them, her face scrunched. These are fresh, real fresh. Where did you buy them? I plucked them below. You actually went all the way down to the ridge? Highly impressive. She tosses the berries into the cauldron, momentarily causing a green piece of sludge to fly up and then down again. Then Lisa walks over to her oven, taking a small piece of firewood, a twig, from its creaking hatch. Crick and crack, wood makes to feel. The hagling dips the tip of the twig. Murmur, shimmer, hearts unseal. She drops it in entirely, the liquid lighting up in a blinding flash. I love weird witch magic like this. Touch it once, touch it twice. It knows what you conceal. Cutscene. Whoa. Whoa. Also, I realized, chat, I'm covering too much of the screen. I gotta move. I got to move, chat. Hold on a second. Down I go. Down below. Down below, exiled. It's Wand of Empathy. We don't do empathy here, though. What the fuck? An intense esoteric aura. There we go. Not exactly ideal. The chaotic power of the hag has barely stabilized within the wood. Alas, it will help some. This is exactly what you need. Time to make people smile. Lisa gives you one of her biggest cackles yet. One of my best yet. Only a minor ward, of course, but considering I pulled that out of my ass, you should be very happy with these results. You're improvising? Always, after a certain number of years of trying, I realized things move way more smoothly if I just make it up on the spot. The client is usually just as, if not more, happy with it also, when I don't do it by the books. I'm very happy, thank you. You're welcome, etc., etc. Now go enjoy your little toy cleric, you mean wizard, unless you want to become a hag or something. I could become a hag? No, that was just a joke. Even if you didn't have so much penis, no grown person has ever become a hag. A good stable hag, at least. I think I understand. Good, because it's really not that complicated. She takes an iron ladle from the oven area and starts to stir the pot once more. Now, if there's nothing else... Okay. Peak game because of the dancing goblin. Anyways, I've got to go. Have fun and have a good stream. Thanks for stopping by, Percy. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Let's see what this wand is. All right, maybe it's better than I thought, but I have a feeling it's not what I want. Let's see. Wand. Where's the wand? Where's the wand? There it is. +3 charisma. Wait, that's not, I thought it was going to be wisdom. That's way better. That's way better for me, chat. Holy shit. That's actually so good. And you know what? I feel confident. This is not okay, but she can just say you ain't got enough dick. What the fuck? What is this game? Ella, don't think about it. Don't think too hard about it. All right? Don't think about it. Don't think. Just don't think. Turn off your brain. We might be able to do a charisma to try and get the from the thingy, but I'll think about it. I still gotta figure out this fucking riddle. This goddamn riddle. Arcane flare, 2 twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. So 2 lanterns. Oh yeah, there's also the stuff beneath the tree. I gotta like get in there, apparently. Can like the tree just let me in, bro? That would be sick. That would be nice. Tree, can you let me in, please? I just want to get to the thingy, you know? Oh wait, what the fuck is this? Wait, what? What? Where did that come from? The hail snail is still doing its thing. All right, well, I never noticed this. You approach the wall. This is it. This is the sealed entrance, the one the cultists wrote about. Oh, to the roots. You know the phrase now. Time to test it. Hail Asuth, may fire sweep the coast. The draconic words echo in the chamber. Ave Asuth, ignis litis verat. For a moment, nothing. Then the wall begins to... Ah! And then flash. The stones ripples like water and vanishes, revealing a dark passage beyond. Okay, you've convinced me. The cultist seal has been broken. The trove of Asuth awaits, Snell. We're gonna become rich. We're gonna be so fucking rich. Wait, what? Oh my god, a dragon skull. Yo. Pog? Whoa. Ooh, damn. Not every day you get to see something like this. Tucked away in the remnants of an overgrown and most likely esoterically shifted apartment, you stand before the skull of a dragon. The size of it indicates a formidable age. What the fuck? This is an ancient dragon of the Fade era. The dragon is dead. Very, very dead. You can feel it. The strange sensations. Is this an esoteric pocket? Yes. This entire ruined apartment exists within one. A rather stable one at that. Oh wait, dude. Oh my god. Hold on a sec. I gotta use a dream pack so I can talk to the dragon. I need to talk to the dragon, chat. You gotta understand me. We could do some crazy stuff with this. Consume the thingy. All right. Ooh, damn. Blah 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 blah. Look around. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Should I examine? I'm gonna examine the skull first, using my great intelligence. The cranial structure is remarkably intact, as expected of this pocket. Highly dense as well. Cross-sectional analysis of the exposed fractures shows minimal trabecular tissue. Hi, hello Rose, hello. I didn't stream on Monday or Tuesday, but here I am. Hello Tay-Teg, hello. I don't have a good comeback for that, but pretend I had a witty comeback. Test. Hello Messi as well. Everybody's showing up. Hello. Hello testing. Yes, this is this is the K-Teg AI. This is me. We're testing the code for my procedural mind upload. I've uploaded myself onto the internet. But yeah, from what you've read on Dragon Bones, this is a fascination among certain scholars. These are authentic for one. The suitors are completely fused, full skeletal maturity, and the size appears to point towards a mature age, somewhere between adult and ancient. A red dragon. More importantly, you notice something lodged in the posterior maxillae, whatever the fuck that means. Something in the sinus cavity. I reach into the sinus cavity. Careful, don't stick your hand in too deep. Who knows what's lurking in there? Your fingers brush against something cold, metal. You pull it out, a key to nowhere. A key? What'd you find? He cranes his neck to get a better look. I got him a key. A key to what? I don't know, something important, probably. You'd wager a lot of things. Then you hear it, a sound, uh-oh. Chad, I killed us. We're dead. Scraping, shuffling, coming from inside the skull. Incoming! Get ready. Snell already has his sling out, ready for... A goblin shoots out of the eye hole of the dragon. What? The fuck? Hey! A goblin, his eyes covered by a pair of faintly glowing spectacle goggles. Around his head, a helm of sorts. Rusty scrap. What you see of his face reveals deep wrinkles and covered in dust and bone fragments. An old goblin? What are you doing in my place? Snell takes a step forward. Hey, this is halfway territory. Identify yourself. The old goblin drops to the ground with a thud, joints cracking. Hello, oh, hello, Messi. Thank you for the raid. Hello, you were doing your scouting mission before you decided to pull the trigger and, like, assassinate me right here and now. Hello, raiders. Hello. Let me give you a shout out. Folks, if you don't know Messi, check him out. You're testing your emotes. Oh, that's what you meant by test. That's oh wow. Big brain, big brain. I like it. I like it. You've become unleashed now. You like beans? Rose, did you read the bean Rose, did you go and read the rest of the chat logs? Is that why you brought up beans? Because holy shit. If so, you're actually an agent of chaos to revive that conversation. Did it all so you can have Gamba. We love Gamba. We love the Gamba. Gamba, 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 Gamba. Actually, oh, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't really be a good Gamba. I was gonna say, okay, chat. There's a conversation earlier, so I need to like dunk on Ella real quick. So Ella said that chili does not require beans. Beans are not inherent to chili. Now I think that's dumb because I think beans are very much a component of chili to qualify as a chili rather than like a stew, right? So, do you think chili requires beans? Yes or no? Choose your answer wisely, okay? Choose it wisely. We might even make a poll if I remember how to do that. Here we go. Does chili require beans? Yes? No? Here you go, chat. All right, very, very important question. Very, very important question, okay? As a Mexican false needs beans. That's what I'm saying. Ella doesn't think it is. And what's even crazier is she then says it needs meat. But like, I mean, I think it does kind of need meat. I actually do agree with that, but it doesn't need to be fully meat. Don't tell her that though. Ella, don't listen to this, okay? Damn, I only gave the chat a minute to vote on this. I should have made it longer. But you know what? I think it's fine actually that we only gave it this much time because right now my answer is winning. So yeah, we can stop the polling now. All right, we can stop the polling right here while I'm ahead. Just give it a couple more seconds as I watch that bar tick down before I declare my victory. Yep. Rigged. Ella, I'm sorry that you're just wrong. You know, sometimes, ow, ow, ow. And just look at that. Yes, chili does require beans. Once again, K-Teg is right. It is very impressive. Very, very impressive. But what I did want to say earlier, I forgot to say it, is, Messi, what were you drawing? I didn't get a chance to look at the stream, but where were you drawing? Or I saw you were doing art. Chili was created because in South Texas, the Mexican rancher only had beans and meat on hand. Wait, is that a real like lore, real knowledge? You drew 2 emotes? Oh, where's the one that you, oh, so you drew it today and then you uploaded it. I see. I gotta redo my emotes. I gotta actually go back and do them. Emotes are like fun though. It's like a whole like, it's a whole deal though to figure out like what emotes you want, and then you have to like actually draw them, and then you have to like make sure that they look good in such a small format. It's like a whole deal. Oh my goodness. Can I eat colors? What? Rose, what are you talking about? What? Anyways, I'm Domhnall and you're in my territory. I got here first. I made 3, but 1 is still under review. It's too powerful. That emote is too powerful. His eyes lock onto your hand. The key. My key! He points a gnarled finger at you. You didn't just steal that, did you? Finders keepers, get fucked. This is my key now. Thieves, weepers! He stamps his foot. Give it back. Give it back now. Give. Literally not happening. Is this truly his key? Is he the owner? What does the key open, goblin man? Tell me. His eyes narrow. Wouldn't you like to know? It's the key to the greatest treasure of Asuth's hoard. A hoard? A myth. How long have you been down here? He scratches his head, dislodging a small cloud of dust. About a year, maybe? Snell's eyes go wide. A year? Give or take? Explain again, who are you? I'm Domhnall. This is my apartment. These are my dragon bones. Those asshole cultists already came through here once, poking around. And now you? Cultists? Yeah, one of them at least came through here, I don't know, a few weeks back. Wore these culty robes, culty chanting bagpipes. So now we should help him get him out of here. The old goblin hisses. He's hissing. Snell, the old man is hissing. I can hear that. I don't need help. I need my key. Snell sighs. Look, old timer, you've been stuck in an esoteric pocket for gods know how long. Come with us. The halfway bridge tribe can... I'm not going anywhere without that key. We'll send someone down for him eventually. For now, let's just not lose more time here. Dude, I really want the key, but I feel like I might get more by offering the key, so I'm gonna offer the key. You hold out the key. The old goblin's eyes light up. He reaches for it, then stops. No, this is a trick. You're gonna grab me, taking me away from my home. Drat, you foiled my plan, darn it. Now I'll have to keep this key for myself. I'm not trying to trick you. That's what a trickster would say. He unfurls the scroll with shaking hands. Manus, Arcane, Dominat, he's fucking casting a spell on me. What? These are not the correct words, but it appears to activate nonetheless. The key rips from your grasp. Oh, no, you don't. I'm gonna fucking grab that key. You ain't stealing that shit from me. I'm so good at grabbing. With intense speed, you snap your arms forward. The key is grasped. Damn it. Fine, have the key, but you'll never take my bones. And then he leaps into the eye socket of the skull, scrambling into the darkness beyond. Gone. Snell watches the old man fly through the air, letting out an impressed whistle. That's one spry motherfucker. He rubs his shoulder where the spell hit him. What the fuck just happened, Chad? There's like a lot of wacky There's been a lot of wacky things that have happened in this game, but that one was kind of insane. We found a secret wall, went through the secret wall, found an esoteric pocket with a giant dragon skull in it, found a random key, then some old goblin jumps out of the skull, says, give me my key back, give me my fucking key, give me my key. And then when he doesn't get the key back, jumps back into the skull, disappears like that. Like, what the fuck? All right, let me catch up on chat. I think it's because I re-uploaded it like 6 times because I didn't like it and kept changing it. I don't know, actually. I feel like whenever I uploaded emotes, it's like completely random. Sometimes it checks, sometimes it doesn't. Nobody knows. Should we go after him? Into the skull? Look, I'll report to the old lady. We'll send a team down here later, eventually. Poor bastard's been alone too long. He needs, I don't know, professional help? I mean, that was my key. No, it wasn't. Not sure it was his either, though. Let's just leave. I mean, I still have the key, though, Snell. What kind of esoteric pocket is this? Logically, should be some type of dimension pocket. It appears rather stable. What? Dimension pocket? A sliver of a pocket dimension, cast into a material realm. It will likely move in time, taking a new chunk of something with it. Stealing items, trapping victims, and hoarding ancient objects. Like this dragon skull. Although it is most likely more than just the skull trapped within these walls. Yes. Messy, you can't encourage Rose. You can't encourage them. Let's speak with the skull. Animare. I lean in and whisper to the skull. A deep rumble all throughout... Oh, I didn't think this through. A deep rumble all throughout the walls of the apartment. Whoa. I bet the old man felt that. I'm having a chat with our friend here. Great, very useful, he yells while attempting to keep his footing. A wind courses through the chamber, through every orifice of the dragon skull, and through you. Then it stops. He is ready. Oh god. What color are you? I don't mean that in a weird way, it's just, dragons tend to be pretty different depending on the chromatics. Not saying you're an asshole just because you're not a golden dragon or anything, but I mean, it would probably make things easier. Didn't we think it was like a red dragon? What is your name? Another rumble. Ego sum, oh god, sum terror, oras vasto sum primogenitus. The voice causes you to recoil violently. I am the terror, I raise coasts, I am the firstborn. 4 more questions. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. It calms down, but the wind continues. I am the master of Zerkamut, the first flame. The dragon said genitals? Did they? Ores vasto sum genitus. That's not genitals. Who's Zerkamut? Zerkamut, the vast network of near-surface caves found along the slopes of Vizca, said to have held the lair of Asuth during his reign in Akan. In his reign in Ascan. Wait a second. Is this Asuth, the red dragon? I am Priya Mordex. 3 more questions. Where is your father's horde? Or are you a son of Asuth? My wrath knows no bounds. It continues, ignoring your question, betrayed by flesh and stone. We could not foresee the cursed nature of this city. Its haunted spirit, a relic of Jor. It trapped me here. Oh, it's like just straight up talking, though. It knows. It knows. Oh, Father, near great worm of ash and snow, how I was to rise from your shadow. What strings were mended to seal this fate? What terror faltered in my absence? How I was to take the throne, how I was to lay siege to all bands. Frustra. All in vain. 2 more questions. So what happened with the frog in the underground nuclear waste pod? We just kind of left them down there. We kind of just like left it down there, and I said, maybe I'll take you up on your deal, and then I just kind of like ditched them. Seriously, tell me, where's the Sooth's horde? Again, everything in the pocket shakes. Had it not been for this pocket of foul magic, the remnants of Jor did it all, a hole in time and space, my eyes forced to watch for centuries as millennia pass. 1 moment inside equal 10 outside. You see now, this pocket that engulfs this apartment, these bones, and whatever tunnels through these walls, it is a time pocket. 1 second inside equals 10 outside. Oh. The goblin has figured it out as well. Oh shit, is that bad? It's fine, Snell. We've only been in here for a few minutes, right? Yeah, but let's not stay. Ask your last question. The skull is quiet. 1 more question. Only one. 1 single question comes to mind. Tell me, dragon, where is the horde of Asuth? I want to know. Why upon this scorched earth would I ever tell you such a thing, tiny human? When we brought the wealth into the center of the world, Solium Ignis, to build the greatest empire of any world, beyond and within. There was nothing stopping us from preparing the perfect horde for my father, the perfect throne for his domain of fire. It is the greatest treasure ever accumulated. Oh gods. But you will never find it, for it was swallowed. It was buried. It was locked. The skull chatters, the apartment shakes, as the remains of Primoridex let out a maddening laughter. As the sound fades, so does the mimicry of life. Oh boy. I mean, look, we're not going looking for any dragon treasure. We've got stuff to do. No, Snow, we're going to find the dragon treasure. We're going to find the treasure. We have a key. Surely it's in there, right? But I'll admit, that does sound quite juicy. Yeah, I'd love to go on a treasure hunt. If it involves the greatest treasure in all of existence, then, either way, it'd be a hassle to have that much money. Hello, Burned. How goes it? We're currently talking to a dead dragon. Now let's get out of this pocket before we waste any more time. It's already been, what, 30 minutes outside? Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, Snell. You're so fucking right. We should really get the fuck out before we lose all time. So is there not a dragon treasure, a dragon horde for me to find? Are we certain that there's no dragon horde? Just maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Think about it, chat. What if we were to go find the dragon horde? That would be nice, right? Alright, so we gotta found within the arcane flare, twin tongues of flame that scorch the air, burrow deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. Folk and gods and thronging herds. So this one over here is useless, right? That's a whole lot of nothing. So I think we might have to go even further down, chat. We might have to go so far down. even further down. I feel like that has to be the answer, right? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. And I'm a master treasure finder. It's kind of like my whole deal. It's kind of what I do. Because I have like 1,000 golden coins, which makes me like super rich. Wait a second. So is this lead to something different than what's over here? Was that like a completely different side quest that I entered? I think it was. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed, I must say. Wait, I wanted to go this way. Because we gotta go down. Down, down, down. Let's go to the Undercoast path. All right. So, chat, look for any arcane flares. Twin tongues of flame that scorch the air, burrowed deep within the earth. A primal string. To show your worth, folk and gods in thronging herds, a man divine alone howls his words. Okay. So, any flames around here? Any flames? Any torches? Any torches? Anyone got any torches around here? Any torches? What about over here? Oh yeah, this is the thing that damn, I really wanted to go through that again though and see if we could find something interesting, you know? But I guess not. Alas, it is not to be. Primal string to show your worth. How would I even... Twin tongues of flame. Let's go through it again. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. It must be in the other section over here, right? It has to be in the underground, like the ruins, if it's saying deep within the earth. Unless I'm just like getting it completely wrong. Chat, the game's actually intelligence checking me. It's making fun of me. It's laughing at me as we speak. And I can't stand for that, quite frankly. It's fucking with me. Let's climb up again. Maybe there was something up here other than the dead body. Nope, just a dead body. That looks like all that's here to me. Okay. Well then. Let's try it. Okay, let's go back in the weird tunnels. Let's go. And if we go in here, burrow deep within the earth, found within the arcane flare. What is the arcane flare, though? Arcane flare, arcane flare, arcane. Wait, those are two flames. Wait, these are two flames? Okay. Burrow deep within the earth. The arcane flare. So I already went in this room once. Is there nothing else for me to do here? Hello, Etir. Anything you want to talk about? Do you know anything about my riddle that I need to solve? I think I already asked most of these questions. I don't like this place. It is a facility of the Tulin cattle. You are wise to be dismayed, for it is cursed grounds. My light will guide us only so far. Stay close. Yes, please. Okay, strength. Okay, buddy. Hey, Snail, you wouldn't happen to know how to solve this riddle, right? No. Okay, well. Deep within the earth. The flames. And this is where we get like a bajillion things about the old place, but I don't think I can... Wait, what is that about? Coast. Oh, that's just, yeah, okay. Yeah, I already read this once, although I ended up save scumming that time, so I don't think there's anything too important over there. Let's see. Nothing over here. Okay, chat, I don't know what the riddle is. The riddle is too much for me. It's too powerful. Hey, weird eldritch monster, can you solve my riddle for me, please? No, I don't think you're gonna... Okay, bye. I don't think they're gonna do what I want. So that's not cool. That's not gonna work. So it's somewhere else with 2 flames then, I'm assuming. Unless, is there like a way I can just like shout? No, that didn't do it. A primal string to show your worth. What if I do this? What would I even use as a primal string? Like, I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know what this Sphinx wants from me. They're asking me to do a lot of things. I can't handle the pressure. Okay, I'm so confused. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what they want from me, dog. What if we go? Where could it go? Found within the arcane flare, twin tongues of flame that scorch the air, burrow deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. I don't know what the primal string is about. That doesn't make any sense to me. Any of these doors do anything? No. What about this one? That smells a place, actually. I remember now. Let's go this way. Hello, is there anyone who knows about an arcane flare in the area? Anyone know about an arcane flare, perhaps? Just maybe? Hey, Lady Sageleaf, do you know about an arcane flare? Please? Woody, please? You know, I got... I don't know, boss. I don't know. Burrow deep within the earth. Unless, wait, are they doing a play on words? And it's earth, as in like our god earth? Wait, what's this? I forgot a symbolism this wants to know time has ground down. What are we thinking, Snell? It's a rock. Interesting observation. Thanks. I can read the rock, apparently. Casting the spell infuses your fingers with a tingling sensation. You trace out the symbols on the surface of the rock. These ancient glyphs suddenly rearrange in your mind. You understand it perfectly. Students, brothers, followers, lay down your arms, your soul, your ego. The gates remain open. No god shall close them. Enter ley line location, off your mind. Stay put on the string. String! Okay. Ley line location. That seems like a poorly translated noun. This could be gate era. Could very well be a message from the keepers of Jor themselves. The spell fades as you finish translating the message. Stay put on the string. Okay. But I'm starting to think that the earth is actually referring to our god. I'm gonna do some divine assurance. Maybe they'll heal me. Although I don't really need healing. I'm gonna pray. What else can I think about? Tea shop, Dragon of Tolstad, women, the assassin. I'm gonna contemplate about the assassin, because what the fuck was that about? Some random teenager wanted to kill me this entire time? I attacked from below, but you feel no worry, for the danger is but a misunderstanding in your mind. The answer is deep. You know it all too well. What? That's useless. What kind of fucking what? Let's contemplate my fall into the river. It was not an accident. You were not so clumsy. But the question here is not why you fell. The question is, why do you live? Okay, and what about druidism? The Undercoast Elf is a good woman. She holds many natural friends in this unnatural place. If you wish to seek the green path, then be nice to her and her friends. Perhaps one day you will join her. Then contemplate women. They exist. They prosper. You will not have one, for they are not yours to have. Though there might be some who fancy you if you show yourself to be a good man, or bad if you want the baddies. What the fuck? Okay. Contemplate your class. Identity is not easy. It's everything, from faction to home life to street. What you choose might be a first step. Choose wisely. Okay, what about the Sphinx's riddle? An ancient creature who guards a door to nothing. She does this for fun. You are not the first to complete it. If you do, it will unveil something great. But the answer is not in dialogue. You will have to cast magic to show your prowess. So I'll have to do some kind of spell casting? But what kind of magic am I gonna have to do? Okay. Contemplate the missing paladin. He was last seen here on Tolstad. Many know of him. If you find him, you will surely be rewarded. What about the troublesome activists? They are young and brash. You've been there. But both sides want what's best for the city. Perhaps that is the solution. Contemplate the election. The first election, your vote won't matter. Your vote will be the most important of all. Well, those are two very different statements. Ask those around you what they will vote for, and you might find your own voice along the way. Contemplating the dead elf? Her death is complicated. Her goals muddled. She is at the center of a web. But who was right and who was wrong? Ooh. Contemplate the Pillar of Jor. Go deeper, meditate, learn and study. Contemplate the Star Witness. One strange detail, a fake name, a man in yellow. Follow the trail. We already did that. Contemplate milk. No, we're gonna contemplate milk. Fine. It comes from a cow. You like it. Oh god, many do not. Now contemplate something else. Okay. Contemplating the Dragon of Tolstad. A famous goblin leader. Her reach sharp, her gaze strong. She wants you to investigate the tea shop and report to her. The content of that report will determine much. Contemplate the tea shop owner. A birdfolk on the run. His shop is in ruins. What sort of business did he conduct there? Contemplate the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That is it. Okay. Bye-bye. I'm done here. Okay, I'm gonna go to the temple chat. So we have to cast a spell of some kind to be able to do... Ooh, it's a little staircase. Nice. I think it's in the temple. It has to be, right? Like, I feel like it has to be like this. Right? Burrow deep within the earth. Right? Earth. But there's no... Oh, it's the goblin, the gnome again, right? Or the halfling. What did I learn about them? She's a hard worker, one of few talents, but much hardiness. Support her in her struggle against capital. You got anything else to tell me, halfling? Okay. Wait, what is this? Maybe, wait, is it this about the carving of earth, maybe? Goblin was here. If I meet this goblin fellow, I will personally destroy him. No, you won't. As much as I'd love to see you try, no one can even get to him. The guy is as elusive as an ethereal spider. Goblin is an artist. He's technically wanted in most districts, but no one even knows if he's real. They're Banksy, I see. No. Okay. See, I thought it might be in here, but there's no twin tongues of flame, though, chat. Unless... Oh, burrow deep within the earth. Maybe in the crypt. In the crypt below, potentially. Maybe there's some flames here. That could be potential. Maybe. I hope. All right. Are there any flames around here? Any flames? Hello? Could I cast Speak with Dead on any of these? No. Per default, all skulls here are jawless. This helps in keeping them from undeath, spirits before corpses with functional mouths. That quirk is, if you trust certain scholars, born from Speak with Dead itself. Since such necromantic reanimation of the spirit during the spell is one of the most common, it would naturally lead spirit to generally consider mouthless corpses as less inhabitable. I see, of course. It all makes sense to me. It makes so much sense. Okay, so there's no flame here, though. There's no fire. I'll go talk to my, Demi-Lich friend. How's it going? Cleric, you mean wizard? Could you help me enter the Pillar of Jor? Nah. Interplanar travel is overrated. Go ask Viskin. The bastard keeps poking at Jor's relics. He's into that shit. Okay. I don't know the riddle. Am I really gonna get got by a fucking Sphinx riddle from a video game? Are they really gonna get me like that? This is fucked up. A man divine howls his words. What kind of spell would I cast to like show what words I would do? Arcane primal divine. Would that be like a crusade? Would I cast my crusader mantle spell? Protection from good and evil? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know what they want from me. Or maybe bless? Maybe we bless up? We could bless up. Found within the arcane flare. Twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. Burrow deep within the earth. The primal string. See, I don't know what the primal string is. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me, Chad. And you see, if I wasn't streaming, I might spend like several hours trying to understand what the fuck that means. But because I am, I might just say, fuck you, Sphinx, and then go talk to my best bud, Viskin, instead. Because Viskin would never make me do a silly riddle. Viskin would just tell me I'm super cool. He would say, wow, K-Tech, you're the greatest wizard ever. Go get me a scroll and we can do this thing. And that's why Viskin is the best character and everyone else is trash. I hate the rest of them. Oh, I gotta go buy a bajillion potions. Hold on a second, Chad. Let's go buy a bunch of potions. You again, what want? I'd like to buy everything you have because I'm incredibly rich. I'd like some ginger drink, please. I'd also like some strange mushroom juice. Yeah, got this brewed from undercooked stuff. Shit's a monkier. Don't let it trip you away, huh? Okay, I would like concentrated rhubarb ale. Non-alcohol shit, enjoy. Okay? Vorgini River droplets as well. Jim Red, eh? No judge. Just to make sure this is oral, bruh. Don't go sticking it up your bum. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. I think that's all we need. Alright, chat. It's ad time, so I'm going to step away for a little bit until the ads are done. I will see you in approximately 3 minutes. See you then. All right, chat. Answer done. So, back to me banging my head against the wall to solve the riddle. But first, before we do that, we're gonna drink all of the potions we bought. All right, we love drinking random substances that we buy from shady dealers. It's my favorite. Vorgini river droplets. Increase strength by 1. Yes. Increase charisma by 1. Yes. Strange mushroom juice. It got some weird lumps in it, but increase my wisdom. Wait, fuck, I don't want a wisdom max. That's too much. And then this increases constitution by 1. All right, is that all my drinks? I think that's all of them. I think that's everything. Nothing else got misplaced in my inventory, perhaps? Okay. So, chat, now we have to figure out... this key. A brass key. You have no idea what lock it would open, but holding it reveals one simple truth. It is highly esoteric. You should keep this key on your person at all times. If you do, you have a feeling, a vision even, that one day, maybe years from now, you will stumble across that lock. When you do, everything will change. Or it's just an old rusty key. Oh, the game's gonna troll me into into wanting to keep it on me at all times, on the off chance that I find like a special door, and that maybe the special door will do everything I ever could have wanted. And then it will actually do nothing. Because that's how they get you, chat. That's how they fuck with you. Also, actually, that reminds me. The game's constantly like, yeah, there's like Mage Hand, right? There's like Mage Hand for stuff. I've never found the Mage Hand spell. Mage Hand isn't real. It's not real, chat. Okay, it's not fucking real. Because the game, like, look, there's like a million things where it could have been useful, but I've never seen it. Literally never seen it ever. It's not real. Should I drink the weird discount potions? The broken potions? What does this one do? Can I take them? I want to take them. I want to drink it. Let me drink stuff. I already read this. I want to drink all the random potions. Probably don't want to drink it, and that's probably going to end well. Not end well. Okay, what if we go... No, there's no lanterns here either. See, I just don't like want to drink the random potions because they're going to like permanently mess with me. It's going to be fucked up. Primal string to show your worth. So a primal string would be like what? A primal spell? It wants me to cast a primal spell? But at the same time, Falcon gods and thronging herds, a man divine alone howls his words. Does it want me to cast like a primal spell? I don't know, Chad. I don't know what they want from me. I don't know what they want from me. Shield of Faith? Does that count? I cast. That didn't do anything. Okay, well, maybe... Twin tongues of flame that scorch the air, burrow deep within the earth. A primal string to show your worth. Vulcan guts. Maybe it needs to be... Maybe it's in the tavern itself. Right? Maybe it's in the tavern. Because even though it's not that deep in the earth, you know, it could be considered... Because how else would she know I did it, right? How else will she know that I solved the riddle? So are there any like two twin tongues of flame, or deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. Man divine howls his words. What if I cast Shield of Faith in front of you? Did that work? Did you like that? Did that do the thing? Nope. All right, well, I don't know what the fucking riddle is. I don't know. She's kicking my ass mentally so hard. It's insane. Anything else, Rick Spitter? No. Okay, well, oh, I got a man divine alone. I gotta tell Snell to fuck off. Snell, get the fuck out of here. Only 2 days until the election. Yeah, we've got today and tomorrow to finish this up. So what should we focus on today? Good question. We have a few good clues if you ask me. Number 1, testimony of our star witness himself. Look, I know you're all in this idea of following on this esoteric mystery of the smoking invisible man, but just focus on preparing yourself first. I have a feeling this could end right up in the shitter if we act too rashly. Okay, well, I got some other clues I need to do. Though also, this is the clearest clue we've got. Obviously, someone fled from the tea shop into that pillar. I don't think Meriadoc is the type to even give a shit enough to lie about something like that. So fuck it. Let's see how far we get. Let's go into the pillar. Okay, you gotta... It's getting late. Let's split up for the night. I don't think so. What? Just for now. I've got stuff to handle solo. Uh-huh. And I'll what? Go stand around in the garden till you come pick me up? I mean, you don't have to. You can just do whatever you want. I mean, I guess you can come if you want. Good. Let's go. Well... Okay, well now Snell's gonna fucking force us to have to go to sleep right now. Which isn't the worst thing ever. We'll just have to finish everything up on day 5 in one big go. And if we don't do it all then, we'll forever live regretting not actually doing stuff. See a tiny man sitting on a tall chair. A glass of something strong clasped in his hands. Ah, my dear officer of law, he slurs with a mischievous glint in his eye. Not a glint. Pain. Well, my wisdom's succeeded a DC 8? What the fuck? He clumsily nods, almost spilling his drink. Are you enjoying your evening? No. He almost spits out the word. Well, that's sad to hear. It is not unreasonable to not enjoy an evening such as this. He leans a bit too far to the left and almost falls off his chair. Anyway, come. Partake in the nectar of the gods, or at least what passes for it in this establishment. So we find ourselves on the precipice of this grand experiment of democracy. He takes a big sip. What will you vote for, officer? Don't get him started, the goblin mutters behind you. That's usually my line. Oh, I took it from you, did I? You can have it back soon enough. Not sure, apolitical, Asgulus, Free Strider, Nationalist. Well, I would pick between Asgulus and Free Strider, but wisdom is for nerds. The Free Striders, yes. Nods, agents of change, but change is a double-edged sword, no? Like a tavern brawl, starts with a cheer and ends in a mess. He leans closer. But who truly prospers? The few, the proud, or the many trampled under the march of progress? Remember, in every deal, there's a winner and a drunk who think he's won. Wow. This gnome sure can talk. He is very inebriated. I kind of like dumb wisdom, though. I don't like it when wisdom succeeds on these checks. But now, since you are this carrier of law in this here city, a good question would be, what is law? Oh boy. Oh gods. To carry such a burden of holding the law, would it not be fair to ask what it is? Think about it, your answer will matter. Your choice could change the world, good knight of earth. Cleric of the bourgeoisie? Law is power. Those who wield it decide order. Law is peace to keep chaos at bay. Law is tyranny. It is oppression of those below. Law is whatever the hell I say it is. That's actually, unironically, the true answer. All right, real answer right there. The gnome nods. In fact, he nods so hard his face hits the table. Damn, that's crazy. Is he trying to say something? Oh no, that's just snoring. Party's over. Thank the gods. Okay, gnome's drunk. Back to riddle solving. Yo, dude, you know anything about riddles? Cleric of Norvik? You mean wizard? Nope, nothing else. Okay, see you on election day. Are we sure that there is nothing buried deep within the earth, a primal string? I need to get Snell the fuck out of here is the thing. I need him to fuck off. Snell, I need you to fuck off, man. And then we can spend tomorrow doing other stuff. Alright, let's go. Come on, dude. You can do whatever you want. Cleric, I've been assigned by Lady Sageleaf herself to watch over these proceedings. The Halfway Tribe has a vested interest in keeping these streets safe. And she absolutely does not trust you to handle this yourself. But if you're insisting on it, I'll come pick you up later, okay, dude? I'll come pick you up. Okay? Fine. Your goblin companion stomps away. You now stand alone. Dude, why has he gotta be a little baby about it? I'm just trying to solve my riddle. Is it too hard? So hard for a guy to want to solve a riddle? I guess I could have just like done it in the morning before I pick him up from school, but all right, arcane flare. What the fuck is arcane here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Twin tongues of flame that scorch the air, burrow deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. So I need to cast some kind of like nature spell. But the thing is, chat, I don't have many nature spells. In fact, I only have like one. I have one fucking nature spell, and that's Speak with Plants, and that's a 3rd level spell. I don't know that I'm trying to do a 3rd level spell slot on a guess. On a guess of where I'm supposed to cast this thing. It's fucked up. It's actually so fucked up. Maybe I have to attempt to talk to Nessun and see maybe they'll teach me a different spell. Wait a second. I remember the one Speak with Animals, DC 14 Dex check. But there's one on Moongore I can steal from her, right? She has I think Goodberry, if I remember correctly. And that should be a level 1. And that will be easy to keep testing. That's gotta be primal, right? I mean, it's a fucking berry. That's pretty druidic primalness, right? Right, guys? The arcane flare. I don't know what the arcane flare would be necessarily. I'm assuming it means the city below, right? Because it burrowed deep within the earth, arcane flare, but it might be a specific spot of the city below is the thing. Oh, Moongore's not here. Well, fuck. Well, fuck me. Okay. Primal string to show your worth. Vulcan gods and thronging herds. I'm gonna lose my mind, chat. What is that? Weird hole. There's a hole here. What's inside? Amulet of Annihilation. What the fuck? A hole in the wall with your hand in it. Grasp the amulet. Alone in this dark hallway, you look upon the object in your hands. A clawed hand, bronze and jade, grasping a sphere. The sphere is nothing. Complete annihilation. I examine it closer. The claws are detailed, monstrous, draconic maybe. The jade inlays catch the dim light, but the sphere catches nothing. I poke it. Do. I poke it. Your finger touches the surface. No. Your finger touches the absence of surface. Pain. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. You yank your hand back. The tip of your finger is gone. Oh. Skin, nail, just gone. It didn't cut. It didn't burn. It simply stopped existing. A sphere of annihilation. Miniaturized, weaponized. Well, that's incredibly dangerous. Why is my wisdom 8? Oh, because I'm wearing the key to nowhere. I can't be having that. I don't want to be wisdom. I don't want to be wise. Dude, this thing's creepy as fuck. No, thank you. All right, let's get rid of that lock, the key. But what if it has something important, chat? What if it has something really important that I could be using? Maybe the arcane flare is the wizard's room over here. A rat! Oh my god, chat! The 5th rat! We found the 5th rat! The red rat! Okay, now what do I do with the rats? I forgot where, like, I remember it being like a joke of me collecting all the rats. It was somewhere. I don't remember where. But I remember saying I had a quest. My own personal quest to collect all of the rats. I really wish I remembered where I made that quest. Hey, crocodile man, you got anything? Do you know my riddle? Yeah, this is where it is. I have captured all the rats, Kraid. Hand them to the monster one by one. Kraid did not ask. As the beasts speak, the rats rush from your grasp, one after another. The 5 rats, it's a real shame Percy's not here to witness this. The 5 rats immediately rush to crawl all over and around the beast. Look like they really like you, Mr. Crocodile. The beast stares at the 5 happy rats. Kraid does not care. But it does remind Kraid. The hulking monster grabs something from behind the crate. A decapitated head, that of a massive bird-like creature. He tosses it to you. This can't be good for your image. A basilisk trophy. How manly. Thanks. Gravity chicken got caught. Kraid eat all, but cleric can have trophy. Kraid offer assistance. Gravity chicken. Ah, the beast has a nickname for the basilisk, due to their love of the gravity flip. How idiotic. Now Kraid will feast with many gay rats, make them grow big and strong. Gay, an old term for happy. You don't think he's using that word correctly. Okay. Okay, what's this do? Anything really cool? +1 strength, +1 con, -2 charisma. Okay, well, hey, at least we figured out where the rats go. You know, even though it's not the greatest of rewards, maybe the reward is the journey itself. Perhaps. I don't know. Can I go through here? No, that's a bad idea. Okay, so if I were a spell and I had to be used for a primal string deep within the earth, a primal string. Hello, Edir. I kind of ditched Snell. Oh, but that means, wait a second. Can I tell Etir to leave? I can't. So, if I can't tell Etir to leave, then does that mean it's not in this section? Because I need to be alone, right? Although I feel like Etir's not supposed to be here because it told me that she would only come with me if I'm not alone, which I currently am alone. So that confuses me. Much confusion is being had right now. I might actually just have us sleep and then figure this shit out in the morning. That might be a good idea. Do like one last round of asking people questions and stuff. That could be a good idea. Which means I should probably cast all my spells tonight to maximize usage of things. And then the next day we can do our last chances. All right. Don't mind me, Snail. I'm going to test if shouting here is what they want. Yes. I shout my faith. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. So if it's not here, what about here? Protection from good and evil. I cast you. No, that didn't do it. Okay. Deep within the earth. I still think it's a playing in words where that's my god, right? Arcane flare. Are more words in this also being little slippery bastards, you know? Divine, arcane, primal, divine. Arcane, primal, divine. The arcane flare. Flare, twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. Burrow deep within the earth. A primal string to show your worth. Is it possible I need to go to like some roots around here instead? Primal string to show your worth, right? That might be it. It's possible. Mayhaps? I don't know. I don't know, dude. Folk and gods and thronging herds. Wait, that means there's a lot of them, right? A man alone howls his words. Wait a second. Are there any flames around here? I'm wondering if we need to... Does this work? What about bless? Let's try bless. No. But I'm wondering if I need to... Folk and gods and thronging herds, a man divine alone howls his words. Wait a second. Wait a fucking second. Wait a second. Wait. Is this what I need to do? Folk and gods and thronging herds, right? Do we need to go to the Pillar of Jor? Because there are 2 lanterns right next to the Pillar of Jor. Right? So that means there could be... Those could be considered 2 tongues of flame. And there's usually a lot of people in thronging herds out here. But it's just me right now, right? So if I go like here and we class it bless. Bless up. No, but what about over here? What about over here? Bless up. Nope, that didn't do it. All right, we'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out, chat. I'm certain we will. Surely we'll be able to solve the mystery. Not here. I feel like it has to be in the tavern, though, right? Because how else will freaking the Sphinx know where, like, know if I did it, you know? But at the same time, maybe she's just really fucking with me. And actually, like, I'm being played so goddamn hard right now. Alright. Falcon gods and thronging herds, a primal string to show your worth. I feel like I gotta cast Speak with Plants. But I can't right now. Burrow deep within the earth. Falcon gods and thronging herds, a man divine alone howls his words. I bless up. Right now. I bless. Did that please you? No. Okay, what about the riddle? You want from the arcane flame, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't tell me. That doesn't tell me anything. I don't know what they want from me. What do they want from me, Chad? I don't get it. I don't get it. Anything I could talk to you now that we're alone? I could just fight you. But something tells me that will not end well. But what if I just glassed him, you know, for funsies? Okay. Arcane flare. Twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. Burrow deep within the earth. A primal string to show your worth. Dude, what the fuck do they want from me? What do they want from me? What do they want from me? I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, chat. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bash my head on this for, like, if I don't figure it out by the ad roll, then we're saying fuck it. Then we're saying fuck it. And we're just going to talk to my best friend Viskin instead. And we don't need the Sphinx, because the Sphinx ain't nothing. All right? Sphinx ain't shit. All right? They can't handle me. I'm too powerful for my own good. I might just need to still speak with animals from Nessa or whatever. I forgot her name. But I don't think that would help me necessarily. Let's check other parts of the map real quick, because I haven't been to the other ones in a while. So maybe there's something there that I'm missing. Because I've been here plenty. But not necessarily what I'm looking. Wait a second. Wait a second, chat. Right here. Twin tongues of flame scorch the air, right? Two flames on either. Well, there's actually a lot more than just two, right? Burrow deep within the earth. You know, we're underground. Falcon gods and thronging herds, right? There's a lot of people in the area, right? A man divine alone howls his words. Boom. I still don't know if it needs to be fucking, if it needs to be a druidic spell or not is the problem. I just don't know, boss. I just don't know. I don't know. But I think that might be a good guess, because it's close to the tavern, so she would realistically be able to know if I did it or not, right? That makes sense to me, at least. Anything I can fuck with his shop? No. Okay. Wait, what's going on with this window here? That window looks openable. Why would I? While Waterlane never sleeps, the Free Striders are clearly busy these days before the election. The HQ building looks dead inside. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, can I break in? Is it locked right now? Alright. I'm gonna mess with the mechanism of the window and break in. For funsies. Yippee! Careful maneuver through the crack of the side of the window and... It takes you 10 seconds, 10 short seconds, and... You got the window open, baby. Time to enjoy the spoils. Alright, but the problem is the fucking method, right? He can see me. He's gonna catch my ass doing stuff. Wasn't there something they wanted me to do? I needed to, like, convince them that we're chill. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Get it, get it. More loot. Oh my god, look at all that loot, chat. But the thing is, the guy's gonna catch me. He's gonna catch my ass and fuck me over. All right, 1 second. I just want to see if I can convince him. We're gonna see if I can convince him to just let me take a little look around, you know? Take a little look around and all that. You wouldn't, like, you wouldn't tattle on me, right? You would never tattle. Real late for a visit. You shouldn't be here. It's off limit when Tusk Lady ain't around. Don't call Master rude, thanks, Meek. I call anyone I want anything I want. And why is your scarf talking? Is there a way I can get you to look the other way? Look, I'm bound here, you know. Only higher orders will allow me to look the other way. I mean, I'm taller than you, so... It sighs. A puff of smoke wisps into the air. If you were an elemental lord or something, that'd change things, but you're not, so... Dude, the chances of me succeeding on this is pretty much impossible. No other way? I mean, I do have a sweet spot for crowns, too. Money can warp all laws of reality and esoteric forces. How big of a sweet spot? How about 500 crowns? Sure, something like that. I could look the other way for that. What would you need money for? That is a good... Why the hell do you need money? You live in a furnace. This elemental does not seek value out of your coinage. He most likely enjoys the material itself. I could potentially afford that. Interesting. Alright, well here's 500 crowns. Nice. The little creature stashes away the coins in a corner of the fireplace. I'll look the other way. You go ahead and do whatever you want, boss. I've got a minion. The hired smoke method, my minion. You hear him cackling as he rolls over and stares into the wall. All part of my master plan, Chad. All part of my master plan. Time to get all of the thing. Pixie dust slush? Don't mind if I do. That's mine now. 32 pickpocketing, baby. That's mine too. Yup, thank you very much. Anything else in here? Bone dust? Crowns? Mine. Believe it or not, it's mine. Get some more bone dust. Got a 29. Casual 29, by the way. What's going on in here? Ooh, some shards of jor. That's very nice. Don't mind if I do. I know I'm like helping the free striders out and stuff, but you know, they gotta, you know, I just need a little bit more compensation. It's that simple, really. It's a real shame that someone came in and stole all their things when they weren't paying attention. I could just cast knock, but that makes it really loud, so I'm gonna do a crack the safe. Boom. Easy. Simple. Tracing the rim of the keyhole with your gloved fingers, you sense the esoterically aligned arcane power within. It sends tingles up your entire arm. You break out the lockpick, using it to explore the mechanism inside. Being real careful not to trigger the magical barrier inside, you realize by exploring that the rim inside has a dead zone. A tiny gap where the spell, enchantment of some kind, does not reach. I press against that gap while fiddling with the mechanism. You do so, and within seconds, you hear a click. Whatever you did, it just works. I am the greatest, a true rogue for the era. You sure are. You hear a Mephit whistling in his fire. I ain't seen nothing here, no sir. As the door glides open soundlessly, you see inside a stack of papers bound by a leather strap. Grab the orange ledger. As you do, you realize how light it is. Is this just one paper? Two? What the hell? Why would they keep a single contract alone in a safe? It must be juicy. You look over the text real quick. Gods be damned. It's easy enough to understand what it means. The contract is between the Ascani Reeds Trade Company and the city of Norvik. What's it about? The contract states that, from the 1st of Beltan on the morrow of the Blood Night, that is 4 days after the election, the lands rights of 15 collective ports across Norvik will be transferred to a bunch of company names you've never heard of. Then there's... Huh. The signatures of those businesses, they're all... magistrates. One of them says Nicholas Darrow. The city is selling off every port in the city? If the people knew, there would be panic. Genius move, honestly. This means that free striders will get control of the city no matter what happens on election day. And the magistrates will all get rich. Oh, they're good. Now that you've got this info, you better get out of here, but should I release this somehow? Perhaps. Yes, this is harmful for the city. pure corruption. You're not gonna stop it either way. You should turn it in back to Vera later on. Tell her you got it from some thief on Water Lane. You could make some friends with it. And enemies, so be careful who you show it to. The city is corrupt. What a surprise. Keep it or share it. Make sure it does not trace back to you in either case. Okay, well. Bye. Bye, little. Actually, is there anything else down below, maybe? Anything weird going on at this time of night down here? Let's find out. Maybe they keep some secret stuff stashed away. Doesn't really look like it. Looks pretty chill to me. And so many things I can't reach without Mage Hand, which isn't real. Mage Hand isn't real, chat. I refuse to believe it's real. I don't know how you would ever get Mage Hand, because it's not real. Okay? Wake up, people. Mage Hand can't hurt you. Although, I think there is a spot I never really walked over to before, now that I think about it. There may be a place I can check for something. If it's there. Oh yeah, are there any flames around here that would indicate? No, not really. Okay. Because there is the trees next to my tower that I sleep in, right? That I don't think I ever went up on the roof over there. And so perhaps, maybe, just maybe, there's a way to get Mage Hand over there. Also, hello, lobster thing. Okay, goodbye, lobster thing. See you later. Goodbye, citizen. Oh, it leads to here. I see, I see. Let's climb up. This way? Yes, please. Let's see. What about... Okay, let's go over here, see if we can't figure that out. And then we go up here, maybe. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I could just talk to the tree, though. That would be kind of sick. But I'm going to climb the branches, because I'm pretty good at climbing now. I'm like kind of... Oh my god, I just realized the way Bless would make me do so much better at all this stuff. Oh. I see, I see. With a heave and a hoe, you make it. Lovely. Well, I'll take all these apples, thank you. They are now mine. Yippee. Yoink. 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 And yoink. Shards of Jor. Hog. Alright, well, nothing that I really want. Wait, how do I get down? Chat, how do I get down? How do I get out of here? Oh, there we go. Let's get back down. Please don't die. Thank God. Whew. That could have been bad. We make it. Yippee! Okay, chat. Here's what I'm thinking, right? Is there anything in here that could potentially help me? Dude, where the fuck is Mage Hand? That's what I'm wondering. Is Mage Hand actually real? Is it even real? Wait, would the Sphinx give me a Mage Hand if I learn this riddle? Because there's so many things here that have been like, oh, you need Mage Hand to reach it, which indicate that you need Mage Hand, or like it must have been given at some point in time, right? It must have. Sign, tell me how to do the riddle, please. Please, Sign, tell me. Where's Goblin Garden? But do you know where the Falcon God's enthronging herds, a man divine howls his words? Burrow deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. I think I need to learn Goodberry. I think we need to go to sleep, wake up, steal Goodberry, to then go test various areas, casting it until I get it right. Until I am told that I did a good job. That is my suffering. This is my fate, chat. This is to be my cursed fate. Although, actually, wait a second. There's one thing I want to try first. I'm gonna see if we can learn druidism, and maybe she'll teach me something good. Because if I have bless up right now, right? We're blessed. Chad, bless up. And if I swap out my wisdom stuff, we might be able to do it. It's a very small chance, but it might be possible. It very well may be, just barely possible, if I believe in my heart of hearts to learn the things. And if I learn the things, then maybe that will unlock the secrets that I wish to know. Or it could just be a massive time sink. One or the other. All right, let's swap out all of our gear to be wisdom stuff. Oh, I only have $100 now. I'm fucking broke. I spent all my money. Okay, that gives me 2 wisdom. That gives me +1, but I gotta consume dexterity increase. Thank you. This gives me wisdom. Oh yeah, what did the ant want? Where did they want to go? Yo, the ant crawls around in your hand. The man in yellow, that's Meriadoc, right? Oh, that guy over by the pillar? Yeah, that's the guy. Wait a second. I should go deliver the ant real quick. I'll do that in a second. I'll do it after this. I completely forgot about the ant. Forgot I had you in there, little guy. Let's see. Dexterity, strength, wisdom. Minus charisma. Wisdom. +1. Covers a first level spell slot every 3rd hour. +1 wisdom. 3 charisma. 2 intelligence. Wisdom. 1 wisdom. Damn, do I really not have that many items that give me wisdom? Kind of insane, though. Okay. Any other things? Oh, that's +3 wisdom. Oh, baby. Okay. Tusk. This gives me 2 wisdom. And then this gives me 2 wisdom. We're wisdom maxing, chat? We're wisdom maxing? Okay, does Meek help in this? Otherwise, I will replace Meek as well. I don't think Meek helps, so we need to replace Meek. I'm sorry, Meek. You gotta go just this once, little buddy. I'll bring you back afterwards, okay? I swear I will. I'll never forget you. I would never forget you, Meek. Okay, here we go, chat. Show my primal attunement. That's a 12. That's not good. Oof. Wait, +8? Oh, because of the bless. Wait, that actually is not too bad. To prove attunement requires years of training. You've perhaps done a few exercises in your spare time, and you've read about druidic magic. Perhaps you can try it again anyways. I have to try. Kneel and focus. You focus your mind on the nature around, the life, the decay, the funny-looking mushrooms, but you cannot sense it. Nothing. Magic is hard. Sure is. Maybe if I starts clenching. You move from mind to muscle. You keep clenching. Pressure. Pain. Perhaps this was a foolish choice, but pain can be a good teacher. Perhaps you've learned something here. The elf keeps working on her brew. Oh, I can just try again? Okay. I'll just do it again then. Only DC... Oh, that's a 2. Okay, yep. How could you do blah blah blah? We already did this. But can I try again though? Can I do it once more? Hopefully with an easier DC if I clench even harder? Just maybe? Maybe, just maybe? Please? No, still DC 20. Okay, well, let's try it. One more time. One more time. Here we go, chat. That's an 8. Literally, I need a 12 or above, and I got it the first try, and I fucked it up ever. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Let's stop this. How many times do I want to try this, though? You know what? I would rather open up the bag first, though. So let's do that while we're at it. I might as well examine the bag of holding. Hey, bag. Can you, like, give me stuff, please? Thanks. Yo, we got it. Let's go. You think about it. Usually languages and words lie within the blue one's expertise, but this is not so much a knowing as much as it is an intuition. Hi, Tay-Tag. Hello, Rose. I guess it would be what, Woes Rud would be the best way to have a comeback for that. And interestingly enough, the only word that comes to mind is one that is not so directly interesting, a broad term that exists in every tongue. Money. Try some. Dinero. Nothing. Raha. Nothing. Pengar. Nothing. Penegar. Nothing. Mongo. Nothing. Money. Nothing. Pianadzi? Nothing. Argent? As you speak that word, a flow of coins appears out of the bag. A lot of them. Many, many crowns. So many coins. Until... Oh. Eventually, it ends. Wow, that was pretty nice. Wosrud or Ellie. Or Ally. That actually was not that much money. That was not worth anything at all that I just did. I don't think that was a worthwhile investment, chat. I think I got scammed. But anyways, we're off to do our next check. We're gonna try a charisma check here if we're lucky. Let me just see if I have any really good charisma gear. We got this. So we'll put that on temporarily. That gives me 1 charisma. Oops. Oh, I can just do this to specifically sort for charisma. Holy shit. Wait a second. Wait, that is actually way better way for me to be doing this, huh? Oh, this is a weapon. Okay. Give me 2 charisma. Is everything else here just 1 charisma? It's just 1 charisma. Okay. Very nice. Here we go. We're gonna go into the bag once again. Where's the bag? Where is the bag? Hello? Bag? Where have you gone? Trinkets. Here we go. There you are. All right. DC 25, baby. I got 7 plus up to a D4. That's a 6. That's a fucking 6. That ain't it, boss. All right. But what if we cast Enhance Ability instead? Because then I can use my proficiency with charisma, and my proficiency should be pretty high, right? Because my proficiency is what? +3? So it would be a guaranteed 3 on a D4, which is pretty good. Then I'd have to... I might as well do it, actually. Screw it. Why not? Enhance ability. Enhance, chat. Enhance. Okay, here we go. Please work. Ask it nicely for something. Please. 12? That's not enough. We were close. We just got to get a 15 or above. I believe. If I believe in my heart of hearts, chat, it will happen. That's an 8. Okay. Next one for sure. Surely we'll get it on the next one. Next roll, right? Here we go. And again. That's an 8. Again. What the fuck, game? Okay. Yep. I'm going to waste all my shards of Jor, and then it's going to bite me in the ass later on. I'm calling it now. I'll go until I have 2 shards of Jor left. How about that? Dude, can I roll above a 15? Please. Please, game. Just give it to me. It's all I want. Is that too much to ask? Oh my god, it went lower. It went lower. How am I rolling this bad? How am I rolling this bad? Please. Work. I'm begging you. Please. What's inside the bag? Yes! 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 What's in the bag? Let's see. What to ask? Oh yeah, you're joking me? Is that what we're gonna ask? Ale? I can't drink. No. Not that ale, the stuff you can drink. You know that always helps you handle people, even if you're not actually drinking. Okay. Go for it. Not like it'll actually work. Can I have a concentrated rhubarb ale, please? A bottle pops out of the bag in an instant. Damn, must have been your polite tone. Oh yes, now go drink it right away. Should I put stuff inside? Oh, I already did that. Okay. Well, so it got me a permanent stat up, essentially, which is pretty good. Permanent charisma buff, not bad if I do say so myself. Now I have to fix my inventory. I have to fix my entire inventory so that my preferred things are here, ideally. What makes trinkets different than like some of the other things it mentions? You know? Like, what's up with that? What's up with that, you know? There's my little screaming sword. And although I could just not use it because I don't really need it right now. What's up with that? The screaming sword? Don't worry about it too much. I wouldn't ask too many questions, you know? You don't want to ask questions you don't want to know the answer to. Oh, yeah, I got to swap my helmet too. I almost forgot. I need to wear the bucket. The very important bucket. There we go. That's better. All right, chat. I think we're just going to go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and then fucking I give up on the riddle. The bucket head, exactly. I give up on the riddle. The riddle is too big brain for me. We'll try learning Goodberry tomorrow and testing it a couple of times, but it doesn't make any sense unless they think like the two torches are here, like right here, right? Burrow deep within the earth, twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. Primal spring. I cast this. I cast bless. Does that work? No, that didn't do anything. I'm going crazy here, chat. I don't know what the Sphinx wants from me. Is it even solvable? Is it even real? I don't even know. Riddle is too obtuse. That's what I'm saying. And then watch it be like super obvious. See, this is the thing, chat. If I end up not solving the riddle and I finish the game, I'm then going to have to look up what the fucking riddle is. Okay, and then it's gonna be like, oh yes, it's this super obvious thing, ya dingus, and I'm gonna be like, you're kidding me. And I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna have a full-on crash out because of this Sphinx and their stupid fucking riddle. All right, because they think they're so funny. I still think it might be in the temple, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily make sense because there's no twin tongues of flame, right? There's no flame unless the flame means something else. But what could the flame mean? I don't know, because there's nothing in here that I would describe as twin tongues of flame, right? Unless, wait a second, hold on a second. Is Earth symbol flames? Is that our flames? Hold a second, chat. Let me look at the symbols outside. That doesn't look like a flame to me. That doesn't make any sense. I don't think that's it at all. Unless twin tongues of flame referring to the fire dragon, right? The fire dragon deep beneath the earth in the esoteric pocket, perhaps in there? Who knows? I don't know. I don't fucking know, boss. I don't know. Oh, wait a second. Are there any arcane flare? Okay, we're going to bed. We gotta go to bed. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta sleep. And then we'll figure out the shit in the morning. We'll think about it in the morning. We'll think long and hard. You close your eyes to begin this desperate plea for sleep. The strings you follow all are tangled around this endless pillar, spiked through the heart of the city. Helping out the Ascalus, getting Modissa to tone down the rhetoric, you're really performing miracles among the dwarves. Yeah, I don't really remember that part. Finally, to enter the pillar, you must perform a most challenging esoteric task. Travel to the beyond. There are many esoteric beings on Tolstad, some of whom are already known to you. One of them will surely assist you. Okay. Is this your last night on Tolstad? Is this your last night alive? As the sun rises over your beloved city, you know one thing true. It is time to enter the pillar. Okay. Okay. But what if you just didn't enter the pillar? Like, what if you managed to get in such a state that you can't do that? It's day 5, chat. 1 day remaining. This is it. My last day to finish this. The final day. Everything ends today. Or begins, depending on your perspective. Depending on which party wins this foolish democratic process. Okay. Well, I start the day. Hey, Etir, how's it going? Anything new? Nope, nothing new. Okay, well, I'll see you later. I've been playing RE1 mostly because a streamer I know started going on a journey playing the games lol. Started with RE2 Remake, then he went to play the Remaster 1, but I basically convinced him to play the original because he wanted to play OG RE2, and I said it would probably help you more to play OG RE1 to prepare you for OG RE2. That's that logic makes sense to me. That does make sense. I've never really played any of the Resident Evil games ever myself personally. I don't know. They never. Oh god, I've never seen you before. What the fuck? Are you Miss Nearly hanging out over here? But yeah, I never really played them much myself. They just never drew my attention. You hear a tune dance on the cold Ascani winds. You see on the edge a goblin. She has a flower crown on top of her ruffled dark hair and is playing an exotic instrument. Perhaps it's best to let the girl keep playing. It is quite beautiful. For a goblin to produce such a melody, I'll listen for a bit. Oh, those poor few dreams wrought in Zealand out, shepherds brought far to western shores. Our hearty cradled by gracious river, then should the blessed earth be cool and stout, raise a city from ruin, a home from night. I'm gonna interrupt. The moment you open her mouth to speak, the goblin stops plucking her strings. Gah! Hey, you, hey, I gave you stuff, alright? Fuck you, I gave you a really cool thing. Don't yell at me. She lost her train of thought when she saw your powerful stature. She was about to berate you, but stopped herself. Afraid of the law? Hey, do I need to stop playing or what? There are no laws against public performance in the Tolstad district. There are no, it was a good song. Thanks. The girl is suspicious of you, understandable. You feel sweat forming somewhere within your helmet. You try to keep your eyes off her instrument. What are you looking at? Look straight away. You what? The rhythm, the tone, the general noise of it. You truly yearn for music. Careful, don't be awkward about it. Her wonderful talents must be displayed to the world. I'm gonna ask for a song. Do I have to? No choice, buddy. Tommy's gotta do what Tommy's gotta do. Okay, I guess we're asking for a song. And we failed. By one. Goddamn. The goblin glances at you awkwardly. You take a deep breath. It hurts. It hurts to breathe? How are you even alive? Hello? Hold on, I'm having a moment. Okay. Now demand it. The corpse requires it. It needs music. Yell, sing me a song, goblin. Her eyes turn dark. You think I take requests? Yes, please? Well, I don't, so no thanks. Ugh! Oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. No, she must. Prove your skills to her. Start dancing. Your legs start moving in a barely functioning manner. Look at my dance. You have to play the song now. Her mouth agape, she looks at your pathetic movements. What? What are you doing? Look what you made me do. Stop, I'm not going to play for you. Oh. She sighs as your convulsions come to a stop. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to annoy me? What are you voting in the upcoming election? That's a question. A great question. Why'd you ask? I'm learning about politics. Okay, but you do see how you asking that is a bit, what do you say, pointless? What is a great question? How rude of her to say such a thing! Huh? Really? Yeah, really. If a city cleric comes up to someone and asks them for their political opinion, it would take a very special kind of person to not just say what the cleric wants to hear. A special person. Someone who doesn't care if an armored divine dude with a bias is standing in front of them. Am I making sense? Biased? You're smooth, a slick cat. You just say what you need to say. No bias in that. You mean the whole working for the city thing? That's no biggie. She holds out a claw with a confused expression on her face. Uh-huh. So getting money from one of the electoral powers won't make you biased. Oh yeah, right. She sighs, a deep sigh. The kind you make when you finished a hard day of intense labor. Great to know. So anything else you wanted to ask at all? About your flower crown. Yeah? The goblin stares at you. I don't want a charm person. What is it? It's just some flowers I picked. Why do you ask? It's cool. I like it. Thumbs up. Thank you. It took some time to bind them together. Why didn't you say the correct thing? Don't you want it? Breathe heavily and stare at it. I mean, you're here to talk with Lady Sageleaf, right? Yeah. I owe her some money. Rent money. Can you ask her to give me an extension? Uh-oh. I just need to play a decent gig and then I can pay her. You're in money trouble? Not too bad. I've been in worse. Hardcore lady, respect. Maybe a week? Yeah, convince her to give me another week to pay and I'll give you my flower crown. Then you've earned it. That sounds like a quest. I mean, sure. I would like to perform this quest for you. Okay. Good luck. A quest. How divine of you to take on such a burden. Okay. Well, let's check chat real quick. They're good. I won't say they aren't a little cryptic sometimes, but that's to be expected of a lot of 90 games, a lot of trial and error. They have a lot of backtracking Resident Evil, at least the first 3 or 4. Yeah, old-timey games. Gotta love the old-timey. I don't like... I'm not really an old-timey game person, but I get it. I get it. You know, way back when... Back in my day, we didn't do the... Let's see. What should I ask? You local bard? Wouldn't use that term. I'm just a player, a musician. Make my living in the taverns. Why not call yourself a bard? Because it'd be weird. You don't go around calling yourself a wizard, do you? Well, actually, I do. She clearly does not know much about spellcasters in the city. But I am a wizard. She looks away for a moment, seemingly letting your comment hang in the air. There's nothing left to prove. You are the wizard. She mutters to herself, why do I always attract the crackpots? She lets out a sigh. There used to be a ton of real bards in the arcane era with real magic music, esoteric music. Nowadays it's much more rare, though I've met a handful in various taverns. But not me, so no need to register me as a spellcaster or anything. I'm just a normal musician, thank you very much. There are indeed magical performers across the coast. They are not so rare if you know where to look. This is a very interesting conversation. Are there a lot of cool bard-only spells? I don't know that, cleric. Once again, I'm not a spellcaster. How does one become a magical musician? Good question. I have no idea. Tell me the answers I want. Stop stalling. Maybe you should do some research into that, if you care so much. Maybe you should. Are bards always music-oriented? I've only met musician bards, but I've heard there are all kinds of spellcasting bards. There's a famous story about a playwright bard. I'm not going to become a bard, though. I'm a wizard. Enough about bards. Is it a good living, being a not bard? She gets a look of disgust on her face. No. You don't want a good living? Of course, it'd be sweet, but that's not really how things work out here. She holds resentment, constrained. I'm an artist. I get enough to keep working on my tunes, not a crown more. Sounds like a bard to me. Okay. What was that song? That's just an old folk tune. You never heard of it? You have. It's a classic. I know it. People request it all the time. It's one of those gotta knows, you know? When do you play? Oh, you want to come listen? Nod slowly. How fun. I'll play at the Drunk Sphinx tonight. If it goes well, I might put on 1 or 2 more shows before the election. You can show up if you want. Please tip me if you do. Okay. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Bye-bye. Anything going on in the temple? Anything happening over here? Is it time to vote yet? No. But the duck is here. The duck. No, nothing new here. But chat, I do think... I was thinking we were going to finish today, but we might have to do it later. So I might just stream like a short stream tomorrow, because I think we're near the very end. I feel like we're really close. So I don't know how much is left. So I might just do a short stream tomorrow. And if we finish like super, super early in the game, in the stream, then we might just like, I don't know, draw or something. We'll see. But I think I'm going to head out here. Let me see if there's anyone I know online at the moment. Percy's online. And he's playing Resident Evil 2. How topical. How topical about that. Crazy. So let's go raid Percy. Let's go send his way. All right, chat. I'll see you later. Tomorrow, ideally. Around 6 to 7 p.m. Central. You know me. But anyways. Bye-bye. I'm going to click the button right now. Give you no time to say anything else to me. I'm just going to say bye-bye. Bye-bye. I love doing that. It's my favorite.